going for the knife kill. He's
gonna get it. Yes.
He gets the knife kill.
Oh my God.
Gerald with the shield.
Wow.
LaMelo getting out with blasters on a killing spree.
Getting right into the action with the Doom Fist here. Making one Doom punch.
Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. Today, I am so excited because it is our first Valorant stream in what feels like absolute eternity. It's the Overwatch League ESC season right now, but today, ESC is on an off week, so we get to cast some Valorant for you guys today. Today is ECAC versus Cumberland. I am Lucas, aka iLucky.
And I am Zane, aka PokePenguin.
And we are both super excited to get into this.
Yes. It has been forever since I've seen just like anything Valorant. Especially, you know, Ball State, the season's over. You know, it's like you get in this mentality where it's like, okay, I don't have to think about that game anymore. But now we have to.
No, I'm in the exact same boat. I have been on the Overwatch grind for the past 4 months. I played one game of Valorant today just to kind of like refresh my brain. So, you know, I got warmed up for you guys. It's going to be a great stream. I'm really excited for it. And we get an ECAC stream, which is not what we see often.
Yeah.
We usually stream ESC, which is like the MAC of Ball State University. You know, it's just all the teams in the MAC. But now we get ECAC, which is a nationwide league. So we have teams like Cumberland, you have teams like Siena Heights, you know, other teams that aren't just exclusive to like our division of America.
Yeah, and with that, you know, you just get a lot more colleges that, you know, can pack a punch. You know, the past couple seasons, especially in Valorant, we've kind of seen a lot of just like Ball State domination, like not even to like toot my own horn, you know, just like Ball State has been a powerhouse in the ESC for a while, so it's gonna be like a nice refresher, you know, a nice change of pace, and I'm very looking forward to it.
Yeah, it should be a very close matchup because both of these teams are in that top tier Titans division of ECAC. But no, excuse me, without further ado, we can take a look at that Ball State roster. We have a really nice graphic for you guys that shows everybody on the team. There it is, from left to right. This is I love this graphic. We have Tenjimin on the left, we have Grim, we have Rebo, Fraggleton, and TN. The last roles I knew them as playing is Tenjimin on Duelist, Grim as on Info, Rebo on our controller / smokes, Fraggleton on Sentinel, and TN on that kind of flex role. You'll maybe see him on an occasional Yoru, an occasional Sentinel if we need it. But I think they've gone through some changes, gone through some role changes, so I'm curious to see what they're going to bring out for today.
Yeah, the last I heard, like, I always imagined just like TN Jet.
Like, but now it's Tenjimin.
But now
I'm pretty sure it's Tenjimin now, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what to say. You know, we've seen these players so many times. It's gonna, and we've talked about already how exciting it's gonna be to see them on this upper level. But they're switching the roles too, and it's just like with Valorant, you'll never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I know that. During the ESC LAN, at least, we even favored double duelist comps. I remember there were games we had Corey on Yoru, and then we put TN on Yoru. I just doxed him. And we'd have Tenjimin on Jet or something like that. Just some really interesting comps. I remember our strat for Ascent was to just full off roll. Like we hadn't won a single map of Ascent, I believe the entire LAN. So our new strat was just TN, you're gonna play Sentinel now. Frag, you're gonna play our Info. Everyone, and it was working. It was working a surprising amount. I can't remember if we won Ascent, but we are at least more competitive than we were before.
Okay.
But now we can also take a look at the team that we are playing against. Take a look at that Cumberland roster as well. And here it is, and we have a really nice graphic to show you both of these rosters.
Yeah, so for Cumberland here, we got Smile. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I hate when gamer names just like have
there's
like,
no vowels.
Yeah, I just hate when it's just like, what is that? I'm just gonna give my one attempt for each of these. Shakival.
Oh gosh.
Geo2X, Atlas 99, Bilgo, and Spida.
Spida. Maybe it's Spida.
Spida. That works as well.
You're saying Spida like you don't want to say the ER like you're Spida.
Like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Give me some pictures of the Spider-Man.
But yeah, what Chick Saval. I'm just gonna call him Saval. I think that's just gonna be easier for us.
Yeah, I'm most likely just gonna call him whatever agent he's playing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're lacking some vowels in that first part of the gamer tag.
Yeah, it's like that feels like very French, maybe.
Yeah. Chic Saval.
Yeah, I feel like we get a French person here. They're like, oh, Chic Saval.
Oh wow, your French accent's much better than mine. Have you been practicing on that?
A little bit. My Duolingo streak's pretty. Not to toot my own horn to use that phrase twice already. It's pretty big. It's it's at 792 days.
Are you kidding me, bro?
No, I can pull up the receipts right now.
That's impressive. When I did Duolingo. Hebrew, I think I did 5 days, and I'm like, I'm out. Nope, I'm out. I can't do anymore.
I don't know why. Like, I've tried to do Duolingo so many times, and I've failed every single time. And then just like a few years ago, I was like started it again, and I was like, no, I'm gonna keep at this.
That's so impressive.
And yeah, I've so far been able to keep my streak. If I lose that streak, though, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna be so mad.
I'm gonna be.
They're gonna come for you. Have you seen their
Twitter
Twitter posts?
For me. Oh,
have you seen?
But Duolingo's dead. Did you hear about that?
Wait, what?
The owl, he's dead.
Who killed him?
I don't think we know.
Did you kill him?
Why would I kill him?
Pokey Penguin, be honest with me.
Okay.
Well, Zane, did you kill him?
Wrong place, wrong time.
All right, well, I mean, he flew in front of my car, guys. Like, what do you want me to do about that? Like, I might have been going 150, but he flew into me.
He wasn't even supposed to be in the area.
Yeah,
why was he there?
It's like, they told me he was in DC for the day. How did he get to Indiana? Like,
man.
Anyway, what's been happening this past week, Zane? How's Ball State been doing in our divisions?
We've been doing pretty good. In ECAC, let's going over the few rosters. Val Red, we've got a 2-0 victory against the University of Kentucky. We switch over there to Rocket League red team. We got a 4-3 win against Columbia. And then Rocket League, our black team, actually has a loss, though, against Bruton Park. A 3-4 loss. So a little switch there, but nothing we can't overcome. But moving on to our League of Legends. Our varsity team has won 2-0 against U Buffalo. And moving on to Overwatch, we have actually our only 2 losses. Overwatch Red has lost against St. Clair and Siena Heights, but our Call of Duty has also lost against Fishers College.
I
said but, and then I don't know why. Because I was like...
It's like, surely we end on a win.
I was like, surely the last one on here is a win. And then right as I said but, I saw 0-3, and I went...
Dang it. Yeah, not only did we lose here, but
we lost here twice, but we lost again.
Exactly.
But it's Call of Duty.
Well, here, but in the ESC, there we go. That's what it was. Overwatch won 3-1 against Northeastern. Unfortunately, dropping our first map of the season. If you were there for that Tuesday match, it was last Thursday. Thank you for tuning into that one. We also beat NIU 3-0. League of Legends beat Ohio 2-0 and Kent State 2-0. That game was on Saturday, so thank you for everyone that tuned into that one. And a little side note, Overwatch and League of Legends are the so Overwatch is the only undefeated team left in the ESC standings, and League is also undefeated this far into the season as well. So the ESC, I mean, dang, dude, undefeated in both games, just steamrolling all right through.
That must feel good,
Yeah.
It must feel good to just be like, yeah, we're the only undefeated team of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, just nothing much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just a quick.
yeah. You ever meet the Overwatch players? They are the most humble people in the world. I assume so.
Is that sarcasm? I can't tell if sarcasm.
I don't know. Well, I've never had a conversation with them where I felt like they needed to be humble. So it's like I can't say like that they're not or that they are.
I mean, they're all pretty chill. I think no, they wear it well. You know, they know they're really good in ESC, but there's obviously there's still shortcomings as we see in ECAC. You know, losing to St. Clair, losing to Shu. So you know, they still practice hard every day. They're scrimming. I think they scrim 5 days a week. Like they hustle. They really do. They actually have a scrim tonight behind us. That starts the same time this match does. So yeah, they still put in the work. Like they deserve that undefeated record.
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
And they 100% are humble.
Yes.
I want to clarify that right now.
Right, Droid, you're humble, right? He said, I'll quote him perfectly. He went, yeah. He said it exactly like that.
Yeah, just like Kendrick Lamar. just like Kendrick Lamar.
All right, anyways. You want to go?
I was going on some other Valorant news that's happening in the world right now is VCT Bangkok, a big tournament right now. Pretty much, I'm hearing the news. It's like the Super Bowl.
Oh, wow.
You know?
You got Gen G, I assume, Sentinels,
Gen G,
all the big teams, G2.
Maybe the Eagles, the Chiefs, I think they're in there.
The Yankees.
Yeah.
I think
they were doing pretty good.
I think the Bengal. Who dat?
But I believe I know Team Sentinels is in there, Team Liquid.
Yep.
It's just the big team. So
the orgs.
If you're done watching this and you go, you know what? I need to see some more Valorant. Yeah. Go check out the VCT Bangkok.
Although that's in Thailand, so the time
I don't know the time difference between here and Thailand.
Awkward. Sentinels got eliminated. Sorry, all you Sentinels fans.
Yeah. Sorry, Sentinels.
Sorry, Phobos. They're out.
Shout to. I was about to say shout one, and I forgot his name. Tens? Is it Tens, right?
He retired.
But he was on.
He was on Sentinels. Yeah. Sorry, Tens. Sorry, Tarek. Your team kicked the bucket.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
The one hope for America, or for NA. No, I assume G2 is still in. Gen G probably as well. Gen G is my personal favorite team. So.
I really like Billy. Billy,
that's what team is that?
That's
definitely sounds familiar.
It's Chinese team, I know. They got their pink and blue colors.
Oh yeah.
I love them because we were just talking about the 2023 season, and they beat NRG twice, and that was crazy.
Good stuff from them. I remember Paper X was also one of my favorite teams to watch.
Oh yeah.
Because I remember
love Paper X.
About a year ago, actually, I would stay up and stay up till 3 a.m. and just watch the VCT Pacific streams. And, it was like Paper X and RGX and Gen G. So I got to watch all those teams, and those Korean teams are really fun to watch.
Oh man, yeah.
Always close matches.
Yeah. Oh man. But some upcoming streams that you can watch. We got a League of Legends stream coming up soon. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Against WMU. So make sure to tune in for that. That's going to be tomorrow. I assume League starts at the same time.
8 o'clock, yep.
Yeah. It would be kind of weird if League is actually we start at 6:30.
Oh, I thought it was midnight.
Oh, yeah. League
might have been midnight, actually, yeah.
Yeah, right. The clock strikes 12 and the stream immediately starts.
Yeah. We just got word from Prod. We will do it. Definitely no other words were said in that sentence.
Yeah,
it was we will do it. Yeah.
Said we will do it. Please. That's exactly what they said.
Yeah. Please. Very.
Thank you. They said thank you too.
Please and
very
thank you.
Humble. Very humble.
They gave the thank you too.
And I believe I heard a thank you in there. Yeah.
Good stuff from Prod.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in to the pre-show. Now we have a quick commercial break to show to you guys, but do not go anywhere. We will be back with Valorant when this commercial is over. So stick around till the end of it, and we will be back in a second.
You know you're a Ball State Cardinal when you first hear the chirp. When you look to Frog Baby for luck and Beneficence for guidance. you're a Ball State Cardinal when you chase your dreams, present your case, and win. When the university you call home is small enough to be a community, but big enough to change the world. You know you're a Ball State Cardinal when you're one of us. We are Ball State University. We fly.
That's right. We are indeed Ball State University. We be flying out here every day, just like we fly in those ESC standings all the way up to the top, undefeated. I love watching those commercials. You know, you get the great tour of campus and stuff. And I mean, like, I've told this story multiple times on stream, I'm pretty sure. But for those who don't know, I did not initially want to come to Ball State at all. And then I toured, and it just blew me away.
I have an actually very similar story.
Really?
I was dead set on, like, every single one of my older siblings has gone to a different college. My older sister went to Purdue. My brother went to IU. Yeah. And I was very, like, committed. I was like, I'm going to go to IU. Yep. And then I had toured Ball State already. I was like, still, I'm going to IU. But then I was like, you know what? I should tour, like, the media department, since that's what I want to do. And I toured IU's media department, and I toured Ball State's. And I was like, I think I might go to Ball State.
I can give you a hint now which one's better.
Yeah. But no shade to IU, but they are not a media school, and Ball State is. And yeah.
I mean, I remember, cause I mean, it literally went from, my mom found the school and was like, they have a really good actuarial science program. And that's what I wanted to major in at the time. And I'm like, yeah, but there's Purdue, there's Ohio State, you know, like there's other really big schools I can go to. And I toured here. Not only is the campus beautiful, but it was the opportunities that drew me here. The esports, you know, the casting, the football casting, Sports Link. Even though I'm not a media student, all the media stuff was just up to date, and you're still able to join it with the clubs and stuff. So I recommend anybody wanting to get into media, definitely tour Ball State. It'll blow you away.
Oh yeah, I remember just almost immediately you'll see, like, they'll bring you immediately to, like, the studios that you won't get, like, and they don't tell you. It's like, well, you won't actually get to use the studio until, like, you're a sophomore or junior. But it's like they take you to the studios, and it's like, this is where the magic happens, you know? And it's just so unique, you know?
And I think when the tour walks you past the esports room, and it just in your face, just 4 $10,000 sim rigs.
Yeah,
it's just like, and then, you know, you have the background of all the 40 series PCs, and it's just like this, like, any gamer, just like dream come true. It's like, that's where I want to be.
Yeah. You see, a gamer sees a room with the, like, just a million Alienware PCs and, like, these, like, all the keyboards too. I remember I'm a big keyboard fan, and just, like, I love it. Like, my favorite keyboards are, like, the ones where they're just, like, really soft, and that's every single keyboard here. And I was just like, wow,
that's nice. I got to show you my number pad I made.
You made a number pad?
Yeah, I soldered it and everything. I lubed every individual switch.
That's
it was pretty fun. It's actually it's right there. It's it sounds magnificent, if I can say.
Man.
And then I used the leftover lube that I had to lube the inside of my main keyboard switches, because my current keyboard I use right now, not a sponsor, is a SteelSeries Apex Pro. So it has, like, all the rapid tap and, like, actuation features and stuff.
Yeah.
But it sounds awful. so I went in and, like, it's not hot swappable, so I couldn't take out the switches. But I did a workaround method where you just kind of, like, jab your brush in there to get the switches at least a little bit lubricated, because it makes a huge difference. It really does. I mean, taking out, because when you do it, you essentially take out all the extra plasticky noise and rattly and springy noise, and it just, I mean, it's nice. If you are looking to buy a keyboard, or if you're looking, like, into making a keyboard, definitely recommend getting either pre-lube switches or lubing them yourself, because the difference is magnificent.
Yeah, that I definitely, like, I got the keyboard I just bought from do you know a Derpy Squid, the
I've heard
Butler
of it.
Valorant player?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, like, bought it from him for, like, a couple bucks, because he was like, yeah, I got this keyboard, I don't want it anymore, do you want it? And I was like,
fair
sure,
point.
yeah.
We'll take it.
And I don't know who made it or anything, but it works.
Yeah. I remember, yeah, Derpy Squid. That name's familiar when I casted the BFI tournament. I remember that now. Derpy Squid. I don't remember like any names from that, but I remember Derpy Squid. Now that you say it, that's all I can remember actually. But I know there was one player's name that I kept saying because she was absolutely just dominating her matches. I remember that, but
From Butler?
I don't remember either. Probably Butler actually could have been. But Butler's arena is also very nice.
Oh yeah,
We're talking
Butler's
about
got a great arena. Man, just having a good esports arena is like the first step, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you go to a school and the esports arena just is not hidden, then it's like
Fake school.
fake school. They're
Fraud.
not real. They're scamming you.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, where's the tuition money going? Not to an esports room, I'll tell you that.
And do you want to go to a college where you're not paying for the esports? Do you want to go? You want to go to college so you can learn how to cure cancer?
No.
Or do you want to go to college so you can play Valorant? Think about it.
Definitely the second one.
Definitely the second one.
The second one.
Definitely the second one.
I mean, but no, Butler's was really nice. The one gripe I had is that just in the back, they had just 5 unset up sim rigs.
Really?
And like as a sim driver, that like kind of hurt me inside.
You're like,
just like,
come on.
why? Set them up. like they're right there.
But
It's like,
you could be using
these
them.
are really nice sim rigs. Like use them, please. Like, oh my.
Did they have like sim racer players? Like what were they playing on?
I assume at one point they did when they bought them, but they weren't like nice like the Fanatechs. They were Logitech still, but they had the full, you know, they still had like the rig and it's like one of the PVC rigs, not PVC, like plasticky PVC rigs. It's hard to describe. It's not the full metal ones that we have, but they're still really nice, like multi-$1,000, probably like 2-3ish, and they're just sitting there, just collecting dust. And I'm like, you have all these space to set it up in, and it's no.
I just had $1 million idea.
Okay, let's hear it.
Sim racing rig in a car.
That's just driving.
But it's like you
No,
like
I mean that's just driving.
it's just driving,
Yeah.
but like how you would set it up, so it's like what you do in the game, you also the car you're moving,
So-
that you're in does it. So
Wait,
okay,
I think So what if you connect the wheel to the axles in real life?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying
So you drive.
okay, hear me out. You don't like the wind, like the this is so stupid.
And like
I'm thinking like
instead of monitors, you just have a windscreen that you can see out of. and get this.
That's brilliant.
And get
That's
this.
brilliant.
We connect the sim pedals to the engine, so that you can control
Exactly
the
what I'm
engine of the
saying.
car with the pedals.
exactly what I'm saying.
Like-
I think you do this,
Crazy.
except there's no windshield. It's just monitors for the sim racing.
Okay, so it's monitors that are what AR, like augmented reality.
It could be. They could just be regular monitors you somehow set up in a car.
Well, you have to see real life. Are you gonna drive me to death?
That's the challenge.
Okay.
That's the challenge.
So, let me get this straight. You're driving.
Yes.
Your wheel is connected to the PC and the axle.
Yes.
Your gas and pedals are connected to, or your pedals are connected to the brake, the engine, but also the PC. And then your monitors are connected to only the PC.
Yes.
And you can only see the game.
Yes.
But you can't see real life. But you're moving.
$1
in real
million
life.
idea. $1 million.
Patent it right now. Sign me up. Abyss. Yes. If you were watching the ESC LAN stream, you know how much I wanted to watch an Abyss map. So I'm really glad we're getting to see it.
Yeah, I have yet to see our Valorant team play on Abyss. I remember last season, it was like, I believe the team's weakest map, and they always banned it. That's what I remember being told.
And we have, I forgot he did this. Fraggleton changed his in-game name to Casimir. I completely forgot he did that.
I saw that, and like for a second, I didn't even like register that was like our team, and so I was like, "Who is Casimir?" Like I didn't even like really like in between like Rebo and just like
That's crazy. I forgot he did that. That's gonna make me sad and mad because
Yeah.
I've been calling him Frag for so long now, and it's all gone away.
it's all gone away, all down the trash. Just for what? Casimir?
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 I mean, it kind of hits, but like Fraggleton, you know?
I'll tell you, it does not hit as much as Sexy Giraffe Throw.
I was seeing that. I can't wait to call him Sexy the entire rest of the stream.
Dude, get it sexy. Get it sexy.
All right, well, Sexy on the 3K. Yeah. All right. Just taking some quick notes on the roles we have here because actually no swaps from the Ball State side. And if we're taking a look at, but we didn't talk about the the maps, the agent selections at all. But that double duelist is coming out from Ball State.
Yes.
I know they really like it. That double duelist, and then of course, yeah, double initiator from the side of what is that? Cumberland. So they opted for Breach as the entry initiator and Sova as the info initiator, which is very common combination used.
Yeah, Breach is just really good. Like, Breach and Sova are just so good at finding information. It's insane. And them teamed up together just makes everything even worse. But we're going into game here. Seems like Ball State is starting. They're just running up mid.
Yeah, so Ball State on attack. Tenjimin has already scaled up this entirety of the map, but what he does not know is there are 3 players watching this. He can see a little bit of Smile. Will he get the kill? No. Smile uses that dash, but he gets stunned along with another player of Ball State, so Smile will get the 2K. Go finds one with his classic. Casimir will be the next to fall. It is now Rebo all by himself. He was trying to take some space on B, was not able to get anything done, and now it should just be cleanup for the side of Cumberland here.
That was a very quick first match, but you know, I saw what Ball State was doing there. You know, it's the first round of the first game. You know, what you know, might as well just run it up mid. You know, what else you gonna do? Rebo gets a kill, but is gonna fall immediately after, and you know, but it's just a pistol round right now. You know, Ball State kind of knows a little bit about like how Cumberland likes to set up. You know, that at least they know one play by them. And they're going to use that information, and they're going to take it to the second round and do something, I assume, different, unless they run it up mid again. But that's up to them.
My favorite part about the Valorant streams is looking at the little penguins, the bears that Carlos finds around the map. Love that from him. Look at that. Smile got 2 kills, so now he's able to buy the Outlaw, which is going to be 1 taps on every Ball State player. And look at that, instantly kills Casimir because Ball State cannot afford to buy full shields, so it's essentially an operator in this second round. Tenjmin making so much space mid already, loses his shield for it and a bit of health, but that does not matter. The space is worth it because now Grim and TN can follow him there. But Goat finds the kill on Grim on Catwalk, and that's the bomb down for Ball State. Can TN find one here? He cannot. Sexy with that stinger will actually be able to kill him, and I believe that was Dan killing TN as well. So now once again, it's Rebo all by himself. Maybe he can find at least 1 kill, not give Cumberland the flawless that they want. If you can at least take 1 gun away from Cumberland here, you can at least say you accomplished something in this round. But if you let them carry every gun to their bonus, they're going to have a very strong bonus round. Ooh. There we go. Nice shots from Rebo. Smile misses his initial Outlaw shots, takes it and just throws it off the map because he does not want Cumberland to have it back. And that's very smart from him because if he didn't do that, they would be able to pick it right back up there.
Yeah, that was very smart from Rebo there. He gets found out by that Sova ult, or not Sova ult, the arrow right before the start, right before the end of the round. Man, I'm stumbling over my words already. Right before the end of the round, you know, they know that Cumberland knows he's there, and there's just not much he can do right there at the end. So he's just going to go back, and he sees the jet there, and he just gets that great shot off there, gets that Outlaw, throws it off the map, and you know, they're down 2-0 right now, but it's the first 2 rounds, and they're looking a lot better going to this third one.
Yeah, so now Ball State are on the full buy. But Frag is still, he's going to die first. Another first blood for Cumberland again. So even though Ball State have the better weaponry, they're going to start down a man. But here is Tien on the engage. He gets spotted out by Sexy with that stinger. Rebo's able to find the trade. Now a 2v3 for Ball State here. They do have control of sight. Rebo drops that wall, that Astra ultimate that cuts off sound and sight for the team of Cumberland. So now Ball State have to pick the perfect time to plant here, and Grim gets a little bit too aggressive. Rebo's not able to find that trade, so now it's a 1v3 for him, and that spike is still not down. This is looking like a third round loss for Ball State unless Rebo can make miracles happen here. He's on a very sneaky angle right now, though. Cumberland, nowhere he's at. Actually, Rebo's able to find the body shot onto Smile. The aftershot completely misses, does not matter. Dan is able to find the timing on Rebo when he turns around to secure the round.
Man, something's happening with Rebo where he's just, it seems like he's just, he's the last guy every single time so far, but he's been able to hold his own, gets that kill right at the end, but, doesn't know where the other members of Cumberland are. He has to check to see if they're behind him, because if they are, then that's going to be more dangerous than if they're in front of him, but unfortunately they were not, and that's going to be an unfortunate round loss, though, for Ball State. Their economy is definitely going to be feeling it this round, and you can see it in their loadouts already. We got 2 sheriffs, we got an outlaw, we got a guardian, and it's just, but Tenjamin setting the course of this round off strong.
Yeah, great shot from him there. Finds the one tap onto Smile. That is a duelist of Cumberland down already. Now, will Ball State opt to take that pick and rotate, or do they want to push their advantage, push this A site? But the downside of doing that is Cumberland already know that you are here. Rose, TN will now pick up that outlaw, that Smile drop. That is a very, very powerful weapon in the hands of a duelist like a Yoru, because he's able to put himself on dangerous angles and TP out if he gets into trouble. But now Ball State just biding their time here. They're looking for angles. They're seeing what they want to do. This is my favorite part of a Valorant round. It's a chess match. Who will make the first mistake? Who will show the other where they are first? Who will find the pick that's needed to turn the tides of the round? Who has been playing their space better, and who is able to take advantage of the space that they have made? That is what these mid-rounds of Valorant are all about, and that is what I love about the game. But now Tien gets caught out by Geo, so that's going to be an even 4v4 now, but Ball State attacking this B site. Sexy gets 2. That was pretty sexy from him, because he's getting the 2K there. Not only does he get 1, he jumps out of danger, finds a second. Grim is going to get the plant down, though, with only 11 seconds remaining. It's a 2v3 retake situation for Ball State here. If Cumberland can nail this, if Cumberland can check their corners together, this should be an easy win for them. But can Grim and Casimir hold them off? Can they find the heads that they need to find and make sure Cumberland are not able to defuse this spike? The shock dart comes out, and Casimir hits a great headshot onto Dan with this outlaw. That's going to put the numbers in an even swing for both sides. The aftershock comes out from Geo once again. The Sova dart hits all 2 of them, and that will be a thrifty for Ball State. MasterCard thrifty for Ball State because of that great Sova dart.
Yeah, that was played great by Ball State there. You're down a guy. You got the spike planted with a minimal time left. What do you do? And they just played it great there. We see the clip right now, the replay of Sexy getting 2 kills right there before getting traded off. But how, we have Fraggleton and Grimmy here, just like right here at the end, separated, ends up working so well because they get so distracted by Fraggleton and his outlaw that they don't even think to check for him right there in the corner until right there at the end, but it's too late.
Yeah, it's a really good off cross angle, and there is Tenjamin with the kill onto Smile. He uses that iso wall, does not find any value with it, but Ball State using that pick are just going to absolutely bum rush this B site. The aftershock comes out from Geo that gets a good amount of damage done onto some of these Ball State players, but both teams are hidden by these smokes. They're looking for the angles. Dan will be able to find one. Geo finds one as well. Now with 3v4, it looked like a 1 fight for Ball State, but no. Now they are actually down a man here, and that spike is still not planted. The Neural Theft does get infested from Cumberland, so they know exactly where every Ball State member is, and that Recon Bolt will hit Tenjamin here. That might give Cumberland the confidence they need to push Tenjamin off this angle, maybe start getting aggressive, but no. They're just going to hold back for the moment. They know they have numbers advantage. They know they don't have to do anything too stupid.
Yeah, they have the numbers advantage, and they don't know that Ball State's rotating to A right now, but they know Tenjamin's there, and if they saw him move, then they would have been able to shoot him down, but smokes are in the way, and he ends up getting away, and they are going to be able to get that spike down on A site, and now this,
Nation, great stuff. Early, we've seen from Rebo already.
Man, Rebo, like you'd already just said, just like Rebo already this game is like, I'm seeing why he's the last guy surviving in all these rounds. He's hitting his shots. He knows exactly what angles he needs to take, and he's doing it with ease. Right here, it's a 3v1. He knows they're going for the spike. He just gets a spray. The guy's already low on health. He knows he doesn't need to hit a headshot here. But right here, he catches him out, just gets that flank, or not flank, but gets the headshot. And now we're on to the next round here, and suddenly it's 3-2. Ball State's still down, but, got a little bit more hope here. But now they're just watching angles. Looks like they're going B here, but no one here for Cumberland. Ooh, Fraggleton gets that nice shot there.
Yeah, Cumberland protecting that mid with their life. You saw 4 of them holding 3 separate angles on that mid, not allowing Ball State to get any space there. Grimm's getting absolutely bombarded by shock darts. He just wants to get the spike down. Cumberland did not let him have it for free. Takes a little bit of damage, although Tien finds 2 before Dan is able to trade him out with the Sheriff. Grimm finds 1 with his Hunter's Fury, and Tenjamin finishes the round. 3-0 start, now tied 3-3. Ball State are bringing this back.
They are definitely bringing this back, and just with full force here. I mean, we went from the first couple of rounds, it seems like just Cumberland sweeps, but I believe we only had 1 Ball State death that round. And we see Tien, we see Grimm do it, just playing great here. Tien especially, I think, played really great for this round. He hits that shot right there on the Sova. He gets traded right there, right at the end. But, by then you get 2, trade for 1. I'd take that deal any day.
Oh, and here we go. I think they're doing a quick timeout is what.
Quick timeout, okay.
We were told in our ears. So just great stuff from both sides so far. And I've talked about this so much in the past, especially at the Battle for Indiana LAN. Valorant is such a game of momentum.
Yes.
You saw Cumberland won those first 3 rounds. As soon as they lost 1, they lost that momentum. Now Ball State holding the confidence, holding the momentum, are on a 3-win streak of their own. So now Cumberland call a timeout, hoping to put a pause to that momentum, hoping to now switch it over to their side.
It's a strategy, old as time. You got the momentum, especially like in Valorant, I think it's very visual too. You very much see the momentum in Valorant when you see, 1 person falls and then suddenly 3 other people fall. But like, because it's so quick to start, it's also so quick to end. But going up here, Ball State now just really wants to get, a round lead on Cumberland here. They've been down this entire game so far, and it looks like they want it bad. They're just going to be rushing onto A site right now.
Yeah, so this is their favorite thing to do. They use that Yoru ult to take space, find where the enemies are, just rush a site, absolutely. But Tenjamin is going to be the first to fall. He just peeked 2 Cumberland players. Not much he can do there, but Tien got in there with his Yoru ult, is able to find the trade onto Dan. That is the smokes for Cumberland down. That is a huge, huge pick. That is one of your most important players on this team, your smokes player. Because you can cut off so many angles and you really want them to be the last one alive in most scenarios. But now a 4v3 retake situation here for Cumberland. It's a great recon bolt that spots Casimir. Is he able to survive playing in a really awkward angle on this site? Sexy finds 1, Sexy finds 2. Now on a 3K of his own. It is Rebo all by himself once again. This time he cannot get it done, so he will be the one to fall, and it will be a Cumberland round victory after their timeout.
Yeah, it seems like Cumberland was able to stop that momentum there. It started off pretty good until we got, I believe, I forget who fell first for Ball State. But, you're down 1. You got to regroup in some ways, and Ball State just didn't regroup in the way that they really needed to. And I think what really hit the nail in the coffin was Sexy Giraffe there. Believe came up on the flank, and they just weren't able to get him in time. I believe he got at least 2 kills that round, maybe even more than that, and it's really going to reflect in his loadout right now. But equal footing. but they're starting off strong. Already abilities and shots being fired.
Yeah, Ball State showing some using utility on this A side, showing life that puts Cumberland at pressure. You know, are Ball State here? Are they scaled up? You know, where are they? Valorant is also a game about putting question marks into your opponent's head, and that is what Ball State is doing when they use utility like that in awkward spots. And now look at this. I love when Tenjamin is able to grab this much space mid. I mean, looking at this is just looking at a big stack of pancakes. Delicious, yummy, and is so beneficial to your team. But now Ball State look like they want to rotate B, hit a split push, but no. Tenjamin, that stack of pancakes falls. Bill suspected something was off. He's able to find the kill, and Sexy finds one of his own. So now Ball State down 3 because Bill's able to find another. No, down 4, and it's the flawless coming out from Ball State. Bam, 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 bam. All of them died within a 15-second time period. Their offense just got ripped apart.
That was like some like, so I feel like that is like a scene I would see in a Shakespeare play. You know, like Shakespeare, and to use Shakespeare's words, one of the ways he would describe seeing something beautiful is he would describe it as like like my eyes are pregnant. Okay. And
did Shakespeare really say that?
This is a real thing.
That's a Shakespeare
This is a real thing.
I'll
yes.
take your word for it.
This is a real thing they would say back in the day.
Wow.
And let me tell you, my eyes right now
Are they pregnant?
pretty pregnant.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I can't hate it. It was methodical how it happened. You know, it's almost like it's a scene in a movie. And that slow-mo scene, you know, Ball State, they're looking for the site. They have the split push. You know, they've built that surround. They have the advantage. 1 dies. Oh. You know, you cut to someone else. 2 dies. Oh, they fall in slow motion. Just one by one by one. Everyone dies.
Yeah, I feel like it's like the scene where it's like, no, I have to do this. I have to defend. It's like, no, don't do it.
Please.
You have
kids.
children. Yeah.
Why are we
pregnant
always on
wife.
this? We're always on the same page with what we're thinking. Like, how do we both think of children?
I have no clue. But Ball State's econ is really hurting this round.
Yeah.
I did not see exactly what all guns they had, but I at least saw a sheriff, which is not good, especially this late into the game. But Ball State...
The dart detects 3.
Ooh, but Tenjamin's already going to fall. Wow.
Oh, good shots from Casimir there. Dan able to find 2. No, Dan able to find 3 before Casimir trades him out. Now, once again, it is your smoke player. It is Rebo all alone with just the sheriff and half shields. Can he find the 3 head taps that he needs? He's blocking some sight off. He wants to win this round, but no. Smile hits the nasty spray, hits the 1 tap, is able to secure the round for Cumberland, now extending their lead to what it was earlier in this match by 3.
Yeah, we saw Ball State, you know, Cumberland gets up 3, Ball State immediately got 3 back, but Cumberland went, nah. We got to keep this 3 lead. And they keeping it pretty well. I mean, we saw a timeout from Ball State to try and disrupt Cumberland's momentum here, and immediately we see it did not work, so they're going to have to switch it up. And it seems like they're deciding how they're going to win this is putting everything into artillery right now. Some players with no shields at all. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're just going to be running onto B site here, just shooting whatever they see.
Yeah, as TN gets slightly body blocked by his teammates there. Just a little funny moment from the side of Ball State. As Ball State, once again, they love doing this. They love showing just a bunch of signs of life, a lot of pressure on one site, and then instantly rotating. And that does catch Smile off guard. Smile thought Ball State were hitting B, but Bill gets 2 in mid. I think that was a collateral, if I'm not mistaken. Nasty stuff from him. Cumberland now know that Ball State's intentions is not to hit A, but Rebo finds that equalizing trade on mid. Once again, he finds the kill onto Bill. So now it is even numbers again, just like the round started out at, and this is once again the chess match. What will these teams do? Are they going to opt to go back to B, where they initially showed their utility, or are they going to go to A? They have not shown much signs of life at A. They don't have any info at A, so they have to peek and check every corner very, very slowly and very methodically. And here is the Astra ult coming out from A. This is not a fake Astra ult. They will be pushing this site. Cumberland most likely know this, and all of them are pushing onto the site. The Vice out comes. It will be invested by Casimir. So now anyone caught in that circle has their primary Jan. Here is the ice wall. No, it gets canceled, I believe, or maybe he didn't use it in time. Dan is able to find the kill with the classic. That Neural Theft comes out as well from Cumberland, and that will be the round secured.
Man, that is definitely a tough round to lose for Ball State. I mean, they invested so much utility right there, you know. And it's it's 3 versus 3. Anything can happen. You try to use those ults to win, but when your ISO gets gunned down and from a classic, just from up there, you know, in heaven, you gotta regroup in some way. And they just, you know, they didn't know where anyone from Cumberland was for a second. And that moment of blindness, you know, anything can happen.
Yeah,
but
info is so important in this game. You saw it was Sexy who used that Neural Theft that told Cumberland where every player of Ball State was, so they're able to peek them together. They had the info they needed to win that round and secure it, and that was just good stuff from them. Good ult usage as well. And now Ball State, they still have that ISO ult though, so if they want to, they can get that isolated 1v1, and I think Tenchman is even looking for that, and TN finds the first pick onto Sexy. That's really good stuff from him. And Tenchman finds the second one, is not able to get out alive, so it will be a 3v4 retake situation for Cumberland. But no, I'm wrong.
It looks, yeah,
they're rotating.
Ball State is rotating because they are assuming, but you know, they use some util on B. They killed some people on B, and they're thinking Cumberland's like, well, they got to be going B. But it seems like they got a few people from Cumberland who are sussing out this switch right now. And they're going to tell their teammates, Solo ult's coming out, going to try and get the Ball State to not plant the spike, which they're going to be successful at.
Yeah, and Dan was hearing those footsteps just like you'd hear a cat's meow. He knew exactly where Grim was able to spam through the smoke and find that trade, but it's still a 2v3 for Cumberland. This is not at all over, but Rebo finds another trade. So once again, just dwindling down the numbers from a 4v3 all the way to a 2v1. Now it's just Bill all by himself. Can he find what he needs to? Not only does he have to find the defuse, but that spike, and there it is. TN is able to find the timing all the way around and kill Bill to bring some life back into this Valorant team.
Yeah, they definitely brought some life back in there. You know, they were just slaying just like every single person. It seems like they just got, they locked in. You know, TN gets that kill on Sexy right at the start here, and we see, I'm forgetting his name, Tenjamin?
Yes.
Right, Tenjamin. I don't know why, I always want to say something else, but Tenjamin, you know, gets that kill on the Jet, and would have gotten that second kill if he, you know, knew someone else was there. But, you know, you just sandwich the final guy right here. There's not much he could have done between two members of Ball State, and he's got that moment of blindness.
And there's both duelist ults coming out from Ball State. That Yoru ult, that Isu ult, and Tenjamin and Casimir both find this round with an early pick, so putting the numbers in 5v3 in Ball State's favor. And look where TN is right now. He is in an absolutely crazy spot. He took so much space with that ult, and Tenjamin also in a crazy spot, is able to find Geo before getting killed by Smile. Grim is able to kill Bill, so it's just Smile all the way by himself. Has those knives out, though. Can he find the 3v1 he needs to? This is very winnable for a skilled player like Smile. Those jet knives are very, very vital utensils. Taps the spike. Grim is not buying it and is able to find the kill onto Smile.
That was a great round for Ball State there. I mean, the immediate ult usage that immediately gets rewarded. You see immediately two people fall from those duelist ults. And when you start out a round, you know, when you start out a round with just, you know, 4 people on team, someone gets picked off, it's already tough to get that round back. But having 2 people fall almost immediately, it's just going to be tough for Cumberland to even do anything in that round. And, you know, they tried, Smile got that ult, but they just did not know that Grim was right above them, you know, flying right above his head, and he gets the kill, and it's going to shorten that gap a little bit, 7-5, and there is a switch now, so Ball State is going to be defending and trying to defuse the spike this time, and let's see if they're any better of it than the attacking.
Yeah, so Tenjamin opting for a ghost here, holding that really shallow angle B side, playing very aggressive. I like that aggressive play from duelists like Tenjamin that not only the raw aim skill to be able to play that, but the utility on that ISO to be able to play those aggressive angles. Be able to find so much value out of them as Smile showing signs of life on this A side here, looking to trip the Vice wall. He's not able to get it. I don't even think there's one there actually is one place there, but Giraffe, no, able to find the kill on Tenjimin. Tenjimin, we talked about how much I love that aggressive angle. He got a little bit too greedy. That pick will now tell Cumberland, tell their players that we should rotate to B, but no. Tien finds the trade, and that puts Cumberland in a very awkward spot. Because now Ball State know they're all mid. They know that they have them trapped here. All 4 players, all Ball State have to do is hold these angles and not let them trade out. Tien finds 1, Smile finds 2, Grim finds another one as well. The numbers are still even, ladies and gentlemen. This is anybody's round. Grim is able to find another headshot with that Sheriff, finding ultimate value from that extra 800 credits he spent in this first round. But now it is Grim and Casimir versus Smile on half HP. They're going for the pinch. Grim spotted him there. They now know where he is. All they have to do is swing this angle together to secure the first round of the half, or Grim just hits another shot, finds the 3K, and wins the round.
Yeah, we definitely saw Ball State, adapt to that pistol round a lot better this time than they did right at the start here. They definitely just took it a lot slower, and especially in the defense, you're going to be playing slower anyway. But you just see right here, Smile just trying the best, to maybe trip something, maybe just go through the smoke. You see you're up here against 4 people, but still holds his own. And just, it really came down to anything could have happened. But when you get sandwiched like this in your Smile and you only have a pistol, there's not much you're going to be able to do.
Yeah, as Vice says, adapt or die. Ball State, as you just said, adapting very well there on that pistol round, finding the win. And Ball State are on defense now, and this map is said to be pretty defensive-sided just because there's only really one choke you can push through besides that middle ground. Every site really only has one choke, but Smile with the nasty shot onto Rebel finds the first pick of this round. They're on the Ecos, they're on a disadvantage, but starting up a man will help them greatly. But now, once again, Cumberland is trapped in this middle ground, but it's a great fault line coming out from Geo, finds the stun, but Grim is at least able to find the trade on the Smile. Wants to find a second, that's not going to happen. Geo finds the head tap with the Sheriff, but it's still a 2v3 for Ball State, and they still have the better weaponry, so this is definitely not over. However, Geo is able to pick up a Guardian dropped by one of the Ball State members, so not only do Cumberland have the numbers advantage, but I forgot that they can pick up the weapons that Ball State have dropped, so their weaponry won't be at too big of a disadvantage anymore. But now look at this absolute chess match. I feel like I've said that so much, but look, where are they? Like, how are they pinching Ball State like this? How did Geo even get into this position? Ball State are never going to expect that unless Tien can clear his angles perfectly. And no, Geo finds the timing.
They're just going to walk past each other.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. I love that. I love those moments in this game so much. The drone comes out from Bill that tags Tien. So now Bill and Geo are going to find the pinch onto him, but now Casimir is also caught up in the crossfire. Tien and Casimir, very good friends, IRL, but not so much in game as they line up, make their heads an easy target, and get collided by Geo. What are we doing, guys?
That was insane. That just whole round for Cumberland was insane. We saw Smile just kind of pop off with the Sheriff here. He seems like he's just like fishing. He's just a bear catching salmon right now, and they're jumping up for him. They're jumping up for him, they're lining up for him, and they're doing whatever they want. But yeah, Smile just played this really well. He hit some amazing shots, and then we get to Geo here with a Guardian, and even if they didn't line up, I think there's a good chance he could have hit those shots. But especially, how they... But going into this round,
wow,
not even gonna finish by
Smile gets traded off. Tenjimin finds the headshot onto Bill as well. Geo, though, with that Guardian, using it to good effect, finding one before getting traded out by Casimir. So now Ball State, after the dust is settled, after that fight has finished, have the numbers advantage by 1, but they were on a save round here because they lost that last round. Most of them only have Sheriffs, and Dan trying to find a kill. Rebo on an absolutely nasty flank finds the kill with the Sheriff. We'll be able to pick up Dan's Vandal. And now it's Sexy Giraffe all alone with this amazing looking Lego Phantom skin. Ball State are defending the spike with their life. If Sexy tries to peek anything, he's going to be spotted by 3 Ball State players at once. He at least gets one before falling off, but there it is. The MasterCard Thrifty by Ball State once again.
Yeah, that was a pretty good play there for Ball State right at the end. You know, they kind of just like set up this trap. You know, the spike isn't down. They know exactly where it is. And it's 3-1. Ooh. You kind of just know exactly what you need to do here. You just need to hunker down. And, you know, Sexy tried his best to get some kind of leverage in there. Got a kill, but very much not what anything he could do. But this shot from Rebo here, you know, really showing, you know, Smile, we were just talking about, has those Sheriff shots. Rebo going, it's not just Smile. You know, you're counting me out too. Setting the score to 8-7. And they win this. Ball State has tied the score up again.
Yeah. Rebo saying, put some respect on my name.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. And Smile, though, puts some respect on his name, finds the kill with the Jet Knives. Dan is also able to find one onto Tenjamin. So it's a 3v4 now for Ball State. They're now at the numbers disadvantage this round. They found themselves an advantage last round, but Valorant is such an ever-changing game. Each round is different. Rebo exchanging some shots with Geo, finds the kill before getting traded out by a Smile. Smile still using those knives to really good effect, just showing you how much work a good duelist, a good mechanical duelist can put in on these characters like Jet, like Raze, with those very, very powerful knives. And that is the plant from Dan onto that B site. So Ball State have a really tough 2v3 retake here. And it's just TN, and once again, TN and Casimir, the last 2 alive. I said it before, they're really good friends in real life. Can they use those good comms to be able to clear every angle one by one? Find the kills! No, Smile gets the 3K with those knives. Casimir is now all on his lonesome. He might just be looking to save. Probably not, because he's already on site. He's either looking to save or trade out. Looks like he's opting to save. Smile's not letting that happen. Smile's looking for the kill. Not going to happen. Casimir gets out of sight, and he will save that Amandir Vandal for the next round.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good save right there.
And the MasterCard Thrifty again.
Another MasterCard Thrifty.
Wow.
Yeah, Smile, you know, it's like Smile and Rebo somehow are like going back and forth for wanting to be like the best shooter in this game right now. We compliment Smile, and then Rebo pops off. We compliment Rebo, and then Smile is like, hold my beer. Let me take out the knives.
Yeah, I mean, that Jet Ultimate is so effective in the hands of people that are just in hands of the cracked aimers. Mm-hmm. And we saw that Smile just able to get the 3K on them flawlessly with that. Just really nice to see. And this is a huge onslaught from Cumberland. They're wasting no time.
And Cumberland, you know, we've talked so many times already about what happens when you immediately get a kill at the start of rounds. And Cumberland just came out swinging and immediately got that kill. And Ball State, you know, really tried to kind of turn the tides again with that Sova ult. They got the kill on Smile, but ultimately, just Cumberland just knew exactly what they were doing there. And, you know, that's just going to leave Ball State's econ in just a very bad place, you know, going into 10-7. Not a lot of rounds left, especially if they're playing like that.
Yeah. Tien getting caught completely off guard there, was trying to find the lurk. Sexy not letting that happen. And here it is, the utility dump once again. They rush this site just like the rush hour crowd of morning of a Disney World park opening, and they just rush onto site. They want to ride the rides. They want to get on those roller coasters. They want to ride Space Mountain, and they will be riding Space Mountain because look at that. 4-2. They already have the numbers advantage. Casimir is doing his best to hold them off of this site, but let me tell you, when Cumberland wants to go to Disney, they're going to go to Disney, and they have killed Casimir now, so it's a 4v1. Cumberland essentially have the site for free now. All they have to do is find this kill on Rebo, and they will extend their lead to 11-7. There it is. Geo finishes the job, and that is 7-11 gas station.
7-11. Wow, yeah. Wow. And let me tell you, Ball State needs something quick and convenient right now.
Probably a timeout.
Yeah. That'd be pretty good for them. I mean, just right now.
There you go.
Yeah, sorry. I had to cough a little bit. But just right now, man, I'm gonna.
Okay.
So right now, yes, I'm all good right now.
You're saying right now.
I don't know what happened. I just suddenly I was like,
You need a water break?
cough real
Do you have
quick.
some water on you?
I do have some water
Okay,
with me.
I'll let you take a quick drink of water. Zane, casting hurts our throats, guys. So sorry if we ever trip up on our words. I mean, it really does a number.
Yeah.
You know, yelling, screaming. You know, we have fun with it, so we like to get loud. But yeah, just as you said, this is a much-needed timeout for Ball State, down by 4 now. We thought that 3-round deficit was bad enough. It's even worse when it's down by 4. So it's just they need to find some life here.
Yeah, they really need to find just like something new. It seems like they're trying out these like tactics that, you know, usually work. You know, usually work in ESC, but you're in an ECAC right now. You can't be using the same old tactics. And you know, Cumberland's really showing that. You know, they're saying, you know, not everything's not really that fergalicious. You know, it's so not fergalicious.
Not at all.
Yeah. Which it's so bad for Ball State. I had to invent a new word.
Yeah, I understand that. They're as upside down as that bat that Carlos just showed us. They're kind of, you know, lost sight of the plot here as just great play from Cumberland. Gets the recon dart with that Sova drone. Smile able to find the kill. Rebo is able to find the trade though. Tenjamin used that ult on Dan. Will he be able to find the kill? He does.
Ooh.
So now it's 3v3 even numbers for both sides, but Cumberland have control of the site now. Oh, look at this. Tien's able to find the flank. Bill is not letting that happen. He's able to find not only Tien, but also Tenjamin as well. So it's Casimir left in this 1v2 situation, and he finds the kill onto the spike carrier. That spike is not down yet. Casimir is under no time pressure. He knows that he can take his time with this. Gio is the one under all the pressure right now. He has to clear sight. Oh, why is he peeking this?
There we go.
That was a bit risky from Frag. Ego peeked the crap out of Gio. You know, he makes it work, so I can't hate it, but if that goes wrong, Casimir's getting flamed in VC.
Oh, for sure. That is like something like I would do, and then my friend who's like way better than Valorant would be like, what are you doing? Like that, I feel like that's the exact play that would happen, but Casimir, you know, knows what he's doing and is able to get that shot off. And it's going to work out pretty well for Ball State here.
Yeah. And yeah, once again, just in case any viewers at home are confused, Fraggleton has recently changed his name to Casimir, so that is Fraggleton playing. It is not a different person. Tien gets caught absolutely lacking on that off angle. Just great stuff. 5-man rush from Cumberland. Sexy's able to find the kill on the Casimir as well. And they're all trapped behind that vice wall. Tenjamin is able to find the kill, but he gets aftershocked out of his angle. Gets triple peeked by Cumberland. Nothing he can do about that. Now it's just Graham and Rebo trying to clear this site. They do not want to go to match point here. They really, really have to win this round. But Rebo actually is able to find the kill on Dan. Gio finds the trade though. Grim knows where they are. He used that Silver drone to good effect, but all Cumberland have to do is hold out. They don't have to get too aggressive. They just have to play smart, play their angles correctly, and this should be an easy round win for them. But Grim, he does not want to lose this round. He's still in it to win it. Smile looking for the sneaky angle beneath him, is able to find the headshot, and that will be match points for Cumberland.
Yeah, man, it's Cumberland, I feel like it's just has found like this weakness that Ball State is having, just where if they can do, you know, like Ball State we talk about just like is so good at rushing. They're like, well, if we rush them first, what are they gonna do? And so far it's been working out for them, and because all these plays where they're rushing in immediately are getting rewarded with a kill. There's not every day on Valorant you get to see you turn around and there's 3 guys peeking you. I have never seen that before. And going into this round, the econ for Ball State is not going to be good. I saw 3 sheriffs there, but they got to make it work somehow. Yeah, and it looks like they're going. I was switch up the sides for a bit. I was like, they're going back to mid.
Yeah, Ball State has to do that force buy, but Tenjamin using that sheriff to great effect as he finds the first blood onto Smile. And that also takes out Smile, who was on his knives. But Bill, nasty stuff comes out from him. 1, 2, 3 in a row, back to back to back. puts Cumberland at a great favor to win this first map. Unless Rebo has anything to say about it. Rebo does have something to say about it as he finds a trade onto Sexy, swinging the numbers slightly more into Ball State's favor, but they're still down that man. They're down that pivotal ultimate. They had that ISO ult, were not able to utilize it before he died. And it is, Bill still has that Hunter's Fury. All Cumberland have to do is plant that spike. Bill can play miles away and use his Hunter's Fury to any Ball State player that is trying to plant. But Cumberland are being really slow with this. They're taking their time, and I see why, because they're playing sneaky, and they're waiting to find the angles that they need to. Just like that, they're able to kill Casimir. Now a 1v3. Rebo once again, the last one standing. All Cumberland has to do to win this map, plant spike and keep Rebo away.
Yeah, and it's not going to be hard to keep Rebo away. I mean, you got 3 against 1. You know, Sova is low, and I was thinking about that, you know, when Fraggleton was still alive. But, you know, 3v1, even if you get that Sova, which he does.
Wait, but Rebo finds the kill onto Bill. That was the person who had the Hunter's Fury, had the ult. That was the main win con for Cumberland. Rebo uses those smokes to block off line of sight of the bomb. Cumberland are not buying the tap, though. They are not peeking. Rebo has to play this quick. That time is ticking down, but he finds the kill onto Geo. This round is not over, ladies and gentlemen. He is spamming the smokes, spamming every bit of utility on there. Can Dan find the peek? He has it. Rebo has to find the headshot. He has to find it soon. He does not get the kill. It was so close to happening, but close, and no cigar nearly finds it, but Cumberland will win the first map.
Yeah, Cumberland, you know, well-deserved win in that first map. That was an amazing end to that round there, especially, you know, using all that utility and trying to find something to do. And it came down to, they were so close right there at the end. You know, it could have gone down either way, but ultimately Rebo had to fall. But we go down to, I believe, well, the final score was 13-8.
Yes, correct. 13-8. Map 1 win for Cumberland. That is not what you want to see if you're a Ball State fan. Not what you want to see if you're a Cardinal, but reverse sweeps are possible. They can still bring this back. And here is the replay from the last round. I really want to see this nastiness that Geo pulls off. Sorry, not Geo, it was Bill that finds the crazy 3K. But then Rebo, looking like he had it for a second, he got me all hyped up. He got me all excited. I was standing up here for crying out loud, but was not able to finish it off. Just couldn't find the connect onto Dan, and Dan was able to secure the first map win for Cumberland.
Yeah. And it seems like Cumberland, I've noticed, just like every one of them can pack heat. Like we've had at least, like, I think every player on their team has at least had one moment where they just have gone off and gotten like 3 kills already. You know, we saw that with Bill. We were Smile has been doing it all game. Sexy has also been doing it a lot. And you know, Ball State just has to find like a way to get past that. You know, because we see a lot in Valorant. You know, usually, you know, there's the top dog. You know, the person who's leading in the entire game. And a lot of the times I see in Valorant, you know, if sometimes that person dies, you know, then pretty much round's over. You know, what are you going to do? But when there's 3 of them on a team, it's like you can't rely on that win condition. You got to push a little further, and Ball State just needs to push a little further.
Yeah, the 2 things that Ball State can do to counter this force of Cumberland is either find some really good solo play from their fraggers, from TN, from Tenjamin, the people that are known to make those crazy plays. You need to either find some crazy solo play from them, you know, have them find their 3Ks, have them find their value on those duelists, or you have to play everything cautiously, play everything together. You know, you cannot, as a Valorant player, doesn't matter how good you are in these high leagues, you cannot pop off like that if good players are peeking you together. If 2 players peek an angle, doesn't matter how good you are, you will most likely get at maybe 1 and then fall to the second. So either Ball State finds some crazy solo play from their top duelists or top fraggers, or they have to play everything together, play methodically, and not let Cumberland control the tempo. You know, we saw We saw that Ball State love to do those quick hits onto site when they control the tempo. You know, putting Cumberland scared, making them fall back, you know, not allowing them to have any control over the game. That is what you want to do. You cannot allow Cumberland to either do that to you, allow them to just bum rush a site, or you cannot allow them to play it. If they want to play it slow, you have to play quick. If they want to play quick, you have to fall back and play it slow. You cannot allow them control the pace the pace of the game. Yeah,
and Cumberland was just controlling the pace pretty much the entire game there. I mean, we talked a bit about how they just would immediately rush the site, and that's like such a good way to control pace because you're immediately just like putting your foot down and saying like, no, like I'm the one who makes the plays. I'm the one who plants the spike.
I am the one who knocks.
I am the danger.
Yeah, how do we always... That's crazy. We instantly thought of the same thing afterwards. That's... Oh my gosh. That's...
And if Cumberland is Heisenberg, then we're Jesse Pinkman right now.
Yeah.
You know, we still, you know, got a little... We got a name to ourselves, but the moment Heisenberg's saying something, we were like, oh... Okay.
Yeah, you're telling us to cook, fine, we'll cook. You know, we'll do what you say, Mr. White. All right, about that, Mr. White. You know, I obey your command, and Ball State cannot be playing like that. They need to be the Jesse. They need to be the Hank, right?
Hank.
Am I thinking of just completely different?
Hank? I can't remember.
They need to be
No, there is a Hank.
Yeah,
I'm forgetting
he's the brother-in-law,
right now.
right?
I'm forgetting if he's the brother-in-law.
He's the brother-in-law. Yeah,
yes, he is the brother-in-law. I was confusing. I couldn't remember if he was the brother-in-law or if he was the guy who was in the Kid Named Finger memes.
What?
Have you never seen the Kid Named Finger memes?
Okay, so
we'll go into the replays.
Yeah, Prod got fed up with us talking about Breaking Bad. Fair enough, I guess.
Yeah, no, completely fair.
Yeah, just crazy shots from Rebo here. Look at that. Oh, I like this,
Yeah.
you know. Cumberland had 3 men peeking that mid. As soon as Yo got a little bit too greedy, Casimir pulls the trigger. Look at that, 3K from Dan, 2K right in response from Casimir. Great stuff from him.
Yeah, it really feels right now that like Cumberland's kind of like in a hive mind. It's like there's a show called Amphibia. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but there's an episode in it where like this fungus like parasite infects a lot of people in the town, and just like they all become like this hive mind to the one guy, and it feels like Cumberland like kind of has that right now. They just have this fungus hive mind that's telling them, bro, just yeah, all three of you guys should peek.
Yeah,
it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I control you now. I am your leader. I have you hypnotized, and you are watching the stream only because I want you to, and you cannot look away. You cannot close out of the app because I have every single one of you viewers under deep hypnosis.
Yeah. I'm not even real. It's just you. Like,
It's just,
yeah,
you are under my control.
that makes a lot of sense.
You are here because I want you to be here. How long can I play this bit for? How long can I
Rest
keep
of the
going?
game.
Cumberland is winning because I want them to win. They are building up their hope only for Ball State to crumble it down here, and that is my plan for this stream.
You know, that seems like something a mind controller would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or a hypnotist.
Anyways, I think the bit's over.
Yeah.
I can't. Never mind.
So, just what do you think? Let's just talk like map. What do you think the next map could be?
This is about to be a crazy pull. And
Okay.
sunset. Boom.
Sunset. Okay.
That's my
I'm not
guess.
sure. I don't know exactly what maps are even in rotation right now. I don't know.
Sunset. Abyss.
Abyss. That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah.
Split. I think. No.
I'm just gonna. Okay.
Not Breeze.
Not Breeze. I'm just gonna throw out.
Fracture, maybe.
I'm gonna throw out Icebox.
I think they took that out of rotation.
What am I even doing
We
here?
haven't played the game at all. Oh, what map did I play on today? I played in Abyss today. Surely Bind's still in the rotation. They never take Bind out.
Fine.
Ascent's definitely still in the rotation because it's Ascent.
I'll just go with Ascent then, since Icebox apparently is never in rotation because people hate Icebox.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
fair point.
Well, to be fair, I hate playing on Icebox. I love watching Icebox though.
It's Lotus. I like this map.
I love Lotus.
I like this map. It's a 3-site map.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there's the Tejo. Yay!
There we go. Yeah, Tejo, the newest agent in Valorant right now. So, and he is mysterious. A little mysterious guy.
Yeah, he's him.
he is the danger.
You just made me spill my water. How could you?
Now you're all moist.
All right, well, we don't got to go that far. Sexy Giraffe playing that Viper. That's something we saw Fraggleton do a lot. That character is a controller, but also described as a pseudo-sentinel. If you play it differently, you can change with the playstyle and play her like a sentinel, and that's one of my favorite playstyles to see, so I'm excited to see that pseudo-sentinel Viper coming out from Sexy there. Hoping he can make it really look sexy.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting to me that we don't have a Viper pick for Ball State. You know, Viper, I feel like just is so intertwined with Lotus. I feel like every time I see Lotus, I see a Viper because those Viper walls can be so good on a map this big. But you know, maybe Tejo just has something that I've never seen before. But you know, the Viper pick makes sense. Yeah, obviously, the Raze also makes a lot of sense. I feel like that's I always see a Viper, I always see a Raze on Lotus.
Yep. You're looking for, and the Omen is also very common.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was not too long ago, it was Raze, Viper, Omen. You know, you play that double controller comp. You either have Fade or Sova for your info, and then your Sentinel, you're either looking at a KJ or a Cypher, really. But with this introduction of Tejo and Vice, the two newest agents, they've changed up the meta. As you see, both of those agents are being played by Ball State, and Vice also being opted to play by Cumberland. So we see how those new agents have affected the meta and how they've kind of fit into it. But without further ado, we have Cumberland starting on attack. We have Ball State starting on defense, and it's walls down and away. We go here for the second map of this ECAC matchup, and it is going to be Cumberland on the early offensive, 5-man rushing the Seaside Mound. They are wasting no time with this. They are playing this game at their own pace. Utel spamming the site. The Raze gets on. That activates Casimir's Vice wall already, but Smile wins the 1v1. Casimir looking for the trade. Can he get it? He does not. Smile finds 2. Tenjamin is able to find 1 as well before dying. Now a 2v4 for Ball State, and that will be it. The round over just like that. Cumberland just had an offensive that Ball State could not handle. They get onto site, they plant the bomb, and they eliminate everyone so quickly.
Yeah, like we're talking about controlling the tempo. They just immediately have carried over that tempo from game 1 to game 2, or at least they are trying to. And so far, it is working out for them. I will say, you know, pistol rounds, not the best, especially Ball State. We've talked about, you know, they definitely do better in later rounds. But we saw just, I think, a few, you know, misplays here. We saw a couple angles, I think, or peaks that we really didn't need to. Because going into the second round here, Ball State, I think, just needs to shake it off. And they need to take this tempo back one way or another. And they're definitely going to try their best.
Yeah, as we see both teams just playing a little bit conservative here. Grim, what is he doing? Gets caught out completely off guard. He's going to have to go to LinkedIn to look for a new job after that mistake he just did. He might be cut from the roster. I mean, he's gotta find something else after that misplay there. But it's an early numbers advantage for Cumberland here, 4v5. They do not have a site yet, so Ball State still have some hope, still have some at least life in this round because they are forcing Cumberland. You know, they still have to push onto a site. You know, if Cumberland, had that spike down, this round would be nearly over. But since they're still off-site, they still have so much work to do here. But Tien hears that door being pressed, finds a nasty shot onto Smile. He's now going to back up, use that pick, play a little bit more conservative now. Cumberland, not liking what they're seeing on A site here, are rotating over to B. They catch Rebo off guard, playing that A-B link, and he just got caught lacking. Dead man walking at that point. And it is now a 4v3 for Cumberland. They have that spike down. But Ball State have so many angles they can push from here because of that B side, but Dan finds a nasty wall bang with that outlaw. Tenchman will be the next to fall. It is now just Casimir and Tien, the two really good friends. We talked about that so often. Can they pick their way through this Cumberland defense, or will they be able, or will they not be able to, and will they lose this round, falling to 0-2? They are on an eco round. There's no point in saving. The worst that can happen is they lose their sheriffs, which they don't care too much about. Gio looking to get aggressive. Casimir not able to find the kill. Sexy gets the 3K to finish off Tien, and they will not be able to get any trades out, so it will be a near flawless for Cumberland, and they'll get to keep a lot of weapons going into this bonus round.
Yeah, that's just tough for Ball State. I mean, second round, when you lose the first round and you got to go into the second round still using pistols when Cumberland's got Bulldogs and Guardians and Outlaws and all these stuff, it's definitely near impossible at times. And right now, what Ball State just needs to do is they got a way better eco right now, and they just got to make sure that this is the round that they win and they use it.
Yeah, Rebo going early paranoia, peeking through this door, gets caught from that aggressive play. Smile finds the kill. Rebo getting a little bit aggressive, you know, trying to get some life into this team. Smile is about none of that. Smile is not letting that happen. Able to find the kill, and once again, Cumberland start with the numbers advantage. Smile! Nasty shot through the Viper wall. Gio finds a kill on Casimir as well through the smoke. Smile finds a third headshot of this round. He's already on that 3K. It's Grim on 22 HP all by himself. Cumberland know he's here. They're going to spam through the smoke. At least he's able to find Bill on his way out, denying the Cumberland flawless, but Ball State now falling to 0-3, sorry.
They're down through, which, you know, we saw that last round, but I mean, this time it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be especially harder to come back.
That's a Colt.
That's a what?
That's a Colt. That's definitely a bear Colt. that's scary.
Yeah, but it's that fungus thing. That's
no.
Either rigged. The fungus is already here.
Oh,
but,
no.
You know, now Ball State just, you know, they had their chance with that third round here, and now they're in an even worse spot going into this fourth round, and it's immediately showing it through Sexy, just getting that kill into Tenjamin right now. Ball State down a man, and not really much they can do. And just Cumberland's just gonna, you know, all they gotta do is sit there. You know, they'll take their time.
Yeah, Ball State completely backed into a wall here. They once again are down the numbers advantage. They let Cumberland find the first blood again. They cannot keep allowing that to happen if they want to win rounds. Now the dog comes out from the fade. That is going to be Bill, and Casimir is completely forced off this angle. Tien is able to find Sexy though, so the numbers have now evened again. And here it is, the ult, the Raze ult comes out from Smile. Can he find a kill with it? He has all this space on site. He does not. He lets that rocket launcher expire. Not able to find a kill, but Grim finding one, finding two. Great stuff from him. He caught that team of Cumberland absolutely lacking. Finds a 3K. Is Grim smurfing on them? What is this? Just looking like he's completely controlling this lobby right now. This looked to be a one round from Ball State, but Grim just absolutely pops off here. Looks like he's smurfing in silver lobbies for a second. He finds the 3K on 8 health, looking for the fourth, but it's a 3v1. Bill is all by himself, and Tien! No, Tien denies the 4K. I thought Grim had that, but Tien, they set up the cross angle, and that will be the round secured.
Wow, Grim just, something awakened in Grim there. I don't know what it was. Maybe his coffee finally kicked in. He finally got that Starbucks and was like, oh, I can hit my shots now. And just immediately gets a kill onto Smile, a kill onto Dan right there, and at 8 health gets a kill through that little ramp there and almost gets the 4K, but, you know, Tien gets it right at the end. And just, man, where has this Grim been this entire game?
I don't know, but here he is once again finding the kill onto Smile. The paranoia comes out from Dan. That's going to push Tenjamin off that angle, but as the dust settles, as the smoke clears, Ball State were having the numbers advantage, but Gio was able to find the pinch, able to find that trade, putting those numbers back into an even playing field. But now, but now Cumberland have completely rushed A-site. They use all that noise to just take over A site and find 2 kills on Rebo and Tenjmin as well. So they use all of that noise, all of that confusion in the Ball State mind for good value. And Casimir, wow, nearly losing the Vice Stiff. He is able to kill Geo though. Great lurk from him. We know how much Casimir, I'm about to say Fragile Team, we know how much Casimir likes those lurks. Is able to find the kill with it that time. Nearly missed his shot. Thankfully, he didn't. But now it's 2v3 for Ball State. Once again, Casimir and TN left alone. TN finds the 2. Can he find the 3rd? He does not. Bill is able to at least find the trade, but Casimir 1v1. He finds the kill. Not enough time to defuse Spike, though. So it will be another round 1 for Cumberland, but not at a heavy loss to their eco.
Yeah, Ball State definitely, if they just had a little bit more time there, definitely would have won that round. I mean, TN really popping off there, too, this round. And, see that kill right there from Casimir, catches the other Vice, off guard. And overall, just every member of Ball State was able to really just hold their own this round. And when it came down to it, like, they just were there. They had each other's backs. And they just need to be a little bit quicker, it probably would have, they definitely would have gotten the spike, if they didn't have, like, I forget who it was, but I believe it was Tenjmin. Just gets caught off, throwing out his bot, as someone peeks around the corner. But, what are you going to do in situations like those?
Yeah, TN now has that Armageddon online. Just a complete, like, onslaught of rockets, missiles comes launching from the sky. That does massive damage to any players caught in its crossfire. But Smile uses that satchel to bait that Vice wall. And here it is. It looks like TN is going to use that Armageddon. I believe he knows that Cumberland are trapped on that door. If he places it on that door, that could be some huge damage. But no, it is instead the Fatal that comes out from Cumberland that is placed onto C sites. And there it is, the Armageddon finds a little bit of damage onto the Cumberland players. They know Tenjmin is here, though. He got caught out by that Fatal, but he's sitting with that Bucky. Even though you know he's there, you can't do anything about it because in short ranges, that shotgun is so powerful. But here comes the sight hit from Cumberland. The Fatal in response from Ball State. TN is able to find Smile, who double satcheled in, is not able, he creates some space, but not enough time for Cumberland to make their way onto site. Grim is able to pick up the Vandal, nearly dies, but Casimir catches Sexy off guard, and it's Dan that gets Casimir for the trade. Tenjmin gets the kill with his rocket launcher, and now it's a 3v4v1, and it's Tenjmin finishing it off the round with that Bucky. Just great defense from Ball State. Such a chaotic round. At times, you couldn't really see what was happening. But as the dust settled, it was Ball State that came out on top and kept 4 guns living.
Yeah, a lot of util being used in that round, which definitely causes a lot of just chaos. And that chaos definitely was in Ball State's favor. I mean, like, you really see them, like, getting that momentum back, even if it's in these little bits in between rounds. But I mean, so far, look at the last 3 rounds Ball State has played. They've been doing really well, and they're definitely going to be trying to continue that momentum into this next round, even though they don't have as much util as they did last round. And it looks like Cumberland's going to be trying a little bit of that rush, thing, the rush play that we've been seeing a little bit, but they're going to stop a little bit coming up onto A. They're not going to see anyone. They got to make sure everything's safe. But Ball State is waiting for them on that A site if they decide to push.
Yeah, Rebo opting to buy that operator, but TN finds a headshot onto Smile before getting traded off by Bill. And that looked like Grim was caught in a very bad space, blinded and spotted out. Tenjmin is able to find one before he dies as well. However, Cumberland have taken control of that site and used that Viper's Pit, but the frag, or Casimir, comes out with that Vice on as well. So all the players in that Cumberland Viper's Pit are going to have their primary jammed for the next 10, I believe 8 or 10 seconds. And look at that, you can see Geo holding that shorty in his hand, just begging that nobody peeks him because there's not much he can do. Grim is able to find the kill and get out with his life. And that was the kill on Sexy as well, so the Viper's Pit is falling. And now it's a 1v1. The Vice ult from Geo comes out. Casimir sticking it though. Does he get caught out? He does. The Thrifty comes out from Cumberland. I like the thought. I like the play from Casimir. Maybe if I just stick the spike, I can get it defused, but he does not. Geo catches him out on it, will get the kill and secure the 5-2 lead for Cumberland and force Ball State to use a timeout.
Yeah, definitely like a little bit risky in that situation to stick for it there. I mean, it's 1-1. You know that the person from Cumberland is right around that corner. You just gotta see if they're gonna try and peek you at any point, and everything else was played amazingly here. That kill from Grim, able to get out with his life in a situation where I feel like 99% of players are gonna die right there, and it definitely does not go to waste as he gets another kill there. But unfortunately, just Casimir unable to get the full stick, and which is this real shame because, that kills the momentum for Ball State even more. We were talking about how Ball State's been getting that momentum back, little by little, and this definitely is going to be a little bit of a blow, but they got to just, push it off and just keep rolling.
And once again, we have this almost cult following of these stuffed
this
animals.
is definitely a cult.
Yeah,
right
I'm about to say, right?
What is this?
I don't know. Carlos finds these amazing angles. But yeah, just great kill from Grim. I thought that had the round won when he was able to find the sneaky kill onto Sexy to make that Viper's Pit fall. That looked like the momentum that Ball State needed to win the round. It just wasn't enough. As Ball State take a lot of early space rubble. Casimir's also able to find the first blood onto Smile. And Cumberland looking to bum rush this C site. Casimir falling back, not wanting to get in the way of the utility spam that is about to come from Cumberland. There's the smoke placed from Dan. I'm sure the paranoia and blinds are soon to follow, or maybe they hit the fake door, or they hit the door faking the rotate over to B. So now they've placed question marks into Ball State's mind. Where are they? Are they trapped in that BC link, or are they trying to push C site still? They do not know. Cumberland is just trying to make Ball State question their decisions, question everything about what is happening in this round, as Rebo has taken monumental space on that A-Robo side, and Casimir finds another one. He finds the kill on Dan, but look at this. Sexy has found his way onto site somehow. Casimir did not expect him to be there, and it is Cumberland that now has control of the C site. They're down 2 though. Never mind, they're only down 1 as Sexy finds another kill onto Tenjmin. TN using those mollies to try and deny the plant. Grim looking for some info with those dogs, and Rebo using those smokes, trying to clear the angles. The paranoia, he blinded his teammate though. Grim is not going to be happy about that, but here it comes. The 3-man rush from Ball State. They need to find these 2 kills. TN's able to find 1. Can they find the second one? Bill is finding one of himself, but Grim finds the trade in the round win for Ball State. After the timeout, the momentum swings in their favor. Now can they look to continue this and snowball some win streak of their own?
Yeah, I am so glad the timeout for Ball State just did not stop the momentum at all. I believe instead it actually pushed them further. And, Ball State played that great there. Casimir gets that hit right at the start. And immediately, Cumberland's down a guy. They got to play around it. And they play around it really well here. I mean, they get onto C-Site pretty much just without any trouble there. Sexy gets a couple of kills himself just to get on that C-Site. And the 3-man rush was just enough to get them off. And that momentum definitely is going to be carrying into this round here.
Yeah, Cumberland looking for this A hit. Rebo's able to find the first kill onto Smile. And Bill is able to find the trade onto Rebo though. So Rebo finds the kill. It does not go unnoticed by Cumberland, able to find the trade of his own. As now Sexy taking a lot of space towards this A-tree side. He's now secured Cumberland having that spot. There comes the fade ult from Cumberland, sorry. That's gonna mark every single hero agent on Ball State, but TN and Dan are both able to find the kill. TN though caught on site completely, just util spammed in a very bad position, but now it is just going to be a 2v1, and it's just going to fall 1 by 1. Cumberland win the round. Not much Ball State could do. That would be a very hard round to blunder as Ball State, they just had 3 men guarding that A. Cumberland tried to do that 5-man A rush. It did not work because Ball State had so much defense there. They had all the players they needed to be there. They were there. So just a really hard round for them to blunder. They played it really nice.
Yeah, it seems like Ball State's actually finally adapting to this kind of rush style of gameplay that Cumberland has been having. normally I feel like that play, would have ended with Ball State, getting maybe 1 or 2 kills, but then ultimately Cumberland winning the round there. But they won that with only 4 people on the site, with, I believe it was Casimir just coming up behind that entire time. I don't even think he even shot a single bullet. But now, going to this next round here, they're definitely going to be feeling themselves. Cumberland knows they can't be rushing up as much anymore on this map, so they got to figure out something else. But what that something else is, we don't know. And it looks for like right now, it might be rotating.
Yeah, I like that play from Cumberland. They tripped that Vice Wall C to get it out of the way, and they used that, that sound, that noise they created C-side to rotate to B and A. And look at that, Sexy and Geo find 2 kills mid. That might just be what Cumberland need to take control of this site. But this is, I've said this before, this is a very hard site to plant the bomb at. Sexy, though, not done. Scales up all the way through B3, through B Link. Able to find another kill onto TN. So now it's a 2v5 for Ball State. Casimir looking for a trade in mid. Exchanges a couple shots. Exchanges a little bit of damage. Not able to find a kill, though. And Cumberland went back to C. So they went C to B to A. Back to C. They've been all over the map. They toured the entire world. They opted to plant at C. And it's going to be a very hard retake for Ball State, as Cumberland still have all 5 of their players remaining and still have a lot of utility left. So I wonder if Casimir and Rebo are going to want to save, or maybe no, they're not done. Rebo's able to find the kill before getting traded out. Casimir puts himself in a sneaky spot, able to kill Bill before Dan gets the kill onto him as well. So Ball State do not win the round, but at least they find 2 kills to even out some of the economy.
I was also thinking that they might want to save there. I mean, at 2v5, pretty much unwinnable no matter what lobby you're in. But getting those 2 kills there definitely are going to help their economy out just a little bit more. And especially, with how quickly everything seemed to happen in that round, how quickly I forget what 2 members from Cumberland caught out the 2 members from Ball State right at the start. But going into this round here, Ball State really just needs to find that round lead that they've been searching for this entire time. And it's going to be especially tough when Smile gets Casimir right off the bat.
And that will disable all of that Vice utility that Casimir has placed. So it's essentially a free site now for Cumberland and a 4v5 retake situation for Ball State. But TN looking for that Armageddon as soon as that spike was tapped, as soon as they tried to start planting it. He Armageddons that site, but only Smile is taking a little bit of damage. All the other players of Cumberland were able to survive it, but TN finds 2. Tenjamin finds 1 of his own. Rebo finds 1 as well, and that's it. Rebo finds a 2K. TN finds a 2K. It was a 4v5. No one else died on Ball State. Ended a 4v0 as that kill feed lit up. Blue killing red, and Ball State were able to win that round, starting out with down a man.
Yeah, that's just a great use of util there. A great ult coming out from TN there. And Cumberland, I feel like it's just a little bit pushed up a little bit. It seems like everyone was just right there, and shots are fired, and Cumberland just happened to miss theirs. And that's really going to reflect in their econ right now. Only 3 full shields, a sheriff from one of their players right there. And it's not going to be looking good for them. This might be the chance Ball State needs to get a tie game.
Nasty shots coming out from Tenjamin and Bill. They find the trades onto each other, but Ball State still secure that alt orb. Ball State has been playing for that alt orb every single round, and that round was no different. The Viper's Pit gets invested on that B site. That will be a free plant for the side of Cumberland, and now Ball State is going to be a very hard round to win, but TN catches Geo absolutely lacking. Casimir finds a jump kill on Dan, and that will be the 2v3 now for Cumberland. So even though they have the spike down, this is not an easy win. Bill is able to find the kill. The Fatal is invested from Cumberland. Now a 1v2. Sexy is all by himself. That Viper's Pit is now down. Tien's looking for the defuse, but as soon as Sexy pits, Rebo does it. Shorty right to the face. And that will be a round 1 for Ball State, tying it before half. I don't know how Cumberland threw that. It looked like a round 1. You're on the site with the Viper's Pit. What happens?
They're on the site with the Viper's Pit. I think part of it has to do with, like, B site is such a weird site to play on, especially on Lotus, because if you're on B site, the enemies can literally come from anywhere. It does not matter if they're north, south, east, or west. They can come from anywhere, and you see it right here with TN. TN gets the hit right there, and people just seem to fall, just like dominoes, and there's not much you could do. They tried to use the fade ult there, which was an interesting play, but, ultimately it didn't end up to use, but, obviously they're going to use the ult end of the round. But going into the next pistol round, Ball State need to win this if they want to get that first round lead that they've been looking for this entire game. But pistol round's not their best.
Yeah, even though Cumberland are on defense, they're the ones pushing the attack on this A site. It will go completely punished, though, because Ball State are able to find 2 kills from that very aggressive push that Cumberland was doing. Tien hits that door button, taunts Sexy to walk out. Sexy does, and finds the kill on Tien as he's walking away, but Sexy can't get back inside, so now he's stuck on a very awkward angle, but he has that flank along with Geo. No, sorry, they are defending, so that is... No, they are flanks. The map has completely flipped sides. As Ball State has now... It looks like they spawned defensive side, and it looks like Cumberland has spawned attacker side, but Tenjimin is able to find a kill, putting this to Sexy all by himself on low health. Probably unwinnable. It is unwinnable as Rebo finds the head tap and secures the round, putting them at a lead for the first time this match.
Yeah, and they got the lead in a pistol round. They played that so well. They were talking about momentum. We've been talking about it all night. And there was something about Ball State's momentum there that has been so different than what we've been seeing, because they started out almost like they were rushing before they slowed it down and made sure they're like, no, we're not getting ahead of ourselves. We're making sure we win this, and we're making sure we get this econ, because they cannot go down on econ anymore. Yes. They do not want to get to that level again.
Tien has that Vandal in hand now. Because they have that money advantage, they're opting to full buy. Not only does Tien have the Vandal, Tenjimin also opted for the Vandal. So Ball State have a crazy... Oh, and Tien spots 3 with that drone. He's able to find 1 before dying, but that might give Cumberland the Vandal. No, Tenjimin is able to deny Dan or any of the Cumberland players from picking up that Vandal, which is very crucial, because you do not want to be giving the other team free Vandals if you can help it. But Sexy hits a very sexy shot onto Casimir there, finds the head, connect, and now will be a 3v2 situation for Ball State. Spike is still not down, but they have the free plant on this A site now, so all Grim has to do, put that Spike down, but Geo is not done. He wants to find some kills, and he will find a kill onto Grim. Now a 2v2, but both of the players of Cumberland are on full health, and as you can see, Tenjimin is down to only half HP. So this will not be easy to win, especially not if Geo continues hitting these nasty shots with these sheriffs and with these ghosts. He finds another kill. Now it's just Tenjimin by himself, and I mentioned his name so many times this round. Geo is able to find the 3K, and the Thrifty comes out for Cumberland. Talk about a momentum killer.
Yeah, Geo just was so slippery and slimy and just slithering around the map. And it seemed like he was popping up everywhere. It seemed like he was on A, B, and C site. And he got the kills to show for it there. Especially, it's a second pistol round, which arguably is harder than the pistol round sometimes, depending on what your econ is. And their econ definitely was not the best. And now it's tied up again. Ball State has such a bad econ for this round. They got 2 sheriffs, 2 stingers, and did not see the Marshall for the last one against, I believe, a full buy from Cumberland. If they want to try and keep this round win, then they need to try something.
Yeah, they might just opt for the seaside rush. Although they see this Vice utility, they're going to be very scared of it. But Geo gets completely util dumped. Rebo trapped in a very awkward position after TPing on his site. Grim somehow down to 14 HP. I didn't quite see how that happened. But Geo getting hit by all of that utility, already down to 40. Sexy will now take the lead. He is at full health, so he will take the lead, that forefront position for this Cumberland defense. But Rebo finds the stinger spam. Tenjimin also finds a Stinger Spam onto Geo. So that is the 2 main defenders of this site down. Ball State now have the free plant if they can find the time to do it. But as soon as they go for it, Cumberland are probably going to push their advantage and push this site, and they do. Smile is able to kill Rebo. Smile is able to kill Tenjamin. It's now a 3v2 for Ball State, but they still have that weapon disadvantage. However, I lied. Well, so Casimir still has his Marshall, but Grim on 14 HP was able to find a Vandal. This is very winnable, though, for
Grim
Smile and Dan.
TN.
Oh, yeah, I forgot TN also has a Vandal, but Smile is on a 3K. TN finds a trade, but he has to reload. He barely gets away from Dan. Finds a nice shot onto Dan to secure the round and put them on the lead once again and give them the 3rd Thrifty in a row.
The one thing, no one talks about, having a bad economy is that even if you have the worst guns in the world, if you get a single kill and you can get that Vandal from the enemy team, then it's over. And that's exactly what we saw from Ball State. They got 1 or 2 kills, picked up their guns, and just caused total chaos. And they're able to keep that round lead even on such a low econ round.
Yeah, Rebo opting for that Outlaw. That Omen is able... Sorry, my mic was not on my mouth. Rebo opting for the Outlaw. That Omen is able to play some really weird angles because of that TP. Not only can he TP into awkward spots, but he can TP out of awkward spots. So on this map, you will often see your Omen playing the snipers. And Rebo is able to trip that Vice Wall all by himself. Notice he's the only one on A. So that's going to alert a lot of Cumberland to rotate A, but that's a fake. It's all a fake because Rebo is the only player there. Matter of fact, the spike is not even been picked up from any of the Ball State members. Tenjamin finds a great kill with that ultimate onto Sexy. Tien finds a kill mid onto Dan. So Ball State already have 2 kills, but they haven't even had to worry about which site they're hitting. Because they left that spike at spawn, their only plan was to create space, find some trades, find some picks maybe, and Smile is able to find the trade onto Grim. Geo finds a 2-tap with the Sheriff. Tenjamin is at least able to trade him off, keeping the numbers even, but he's at 2 health, and the spike is still not planted. Ball State look to be carrying all the momentum in this round. It instantly goes the way of Cumberland. That rocket launcher, that raise off from Smile gets no value. Rebo finds 1 and finds 2. So once again, the advantage shifts back and forth and back and forth. Ball State was winning. Now Cumberland has the advantage, but Rebo finds the 2 kills and puts Ball State back on the advantage for them to win the round, and that's what so much of Valorant is about. How can you put your team on the advantage? What are you able to do to swing the numbers in your favor?
Yeah, and Ball State was playing that pretty well right there until, they were going for picks, and they got a decent amount of picks there. Pretty good use of the ult from Tenjamin, and it really only started to fall apart with that B site, which we talked about earlier. B site on Lotus just is such a hard point to plant on because, as mentioned earlier, anyone can attack from anywhere. But Ball State able to just hold their ground, and they just left, and then immediately once Smile's ult was gone, they were like, okay, back in. And we saw Rebo there, gets the 2 kills, and rest is history.
Yeah, so great stuff from Ball State. They're able to secure that round, and now they have what I like to call the momentum snowball. They've won those last 2 rounds now they have won. So if they can continue this win streak, continue snowballing out of control, not only will their economy snowball, but their momentum, their confidence will snowball as well, which, as we've seen, is so important and valuable in this game. As it is Ball State looking for a just complete C-rush here as they have 5 stacked this site. But while Casimir catches Sexy off guard, he was playing an aggressive angle, he's going to fall. Graham will also find Smile. Ball State attacking the stack site of Cumberland, completely obliterate this defense, and Rebo will get that judge kill onto Dan. I believe he ulted onto site, onto a sneaky angle, used that judge to good effect Tien's able to find the kill on Bill. It's a 3v1 now. Sexy's able to find at least one before he falls, and it's a team ace from Ball State, as once again, another quick round. Ball State controlled the pace of that round, and that is how they were able to win it.
You know, going from last game where we saw Cumberland with these just like plays where they're rushing in there, it is so just like weird seeing like that exact same thing for Ball State, but it's working for Ball State now. And it's because of that momentum. You know, we saw, we just had a timeout from Cumberland trying to stop that motion from getting as big as it can get. But, you know, luckily it didn't for Ball State. And I think it actually might have worked more in their favor. But now Ball State's going to be holding back a little bit. You know, they just rushed in. They can't be rushing in again. That's what Cumberland expects. But looks like they might be going for C site again, or maybe A.
Probably a C fake here. They're going to use some utility, invest some resources into this C site, because look at that. Cumberland are so scared of Ball State C attack, and they have 4-stacked this site. So if Ball State are able to read this, if they're able to read Cumberland just like you would read your opponent in a chess match, if they can rotate, you know, make a lot of sound C and then rotate somewhere else and catch Cumberland completely off guard, completely lacking, as we might get a, we might get an Omen 1v1 here. Dan versus Rebo. They're the only two on this side of the map. And look at that. As soon as Rebo starts making noise towards this A side, Cumberland rotate, pull their knives out, and just run, hightail it, book it all the way over to A site, because Ball State are now looking to hit this site. The Prowler comes out from Grim. The shots come out. He's pinging where they are, but Smile with that Sheriff finds one. Bill with his Sheriff of his own is able to find another one, and Sexy with the Sheriff of his own finds a third. 3 different players of Cumberland finding 3 different head tops with the Sheriff, and Bill finds another with the Sheriff. Just great stuff from Cumberland. Shots all around. 5 head taps from 5 Sheriffs. Sorry, not 5 Sheriffs, but 5 head taps from Sheriffs of Cumberland. They find the Thrifty. I mean, you're at a weapons disadvantage. What can you do but just be the best aimers in the world, I guess, you know?
Yeah, the weapon doesn't matter if you just hit every single
if you're
shot.
Better.
Yeah, and Cumberland's really like putting that to the test right now. That was some amazing Sheriff shots, like some of the best I may have ever seen. But still, Cumberland's down 2 rounds. Ball State, you know, still, you know, they've lost a little bit of that momentum, but, you know, it's not completely gone just yet. And they need to, it looks like they're going straight for A side now. No fooling around on C. We're going A, and we're rushing it hard. But
yeah, Rebo TPs into that sneaky spot onto those stairs. Cumberland is not going to expect that position, so if Rebo can use this position to his advantage, he might be able to get 1 or maybe even 2. Also, what that TP allows Ball State to do is scale up through this site, take a lot of space, and maybe be able to plant the spike before Cumberland has time to react. But Bill is holding that fade ult, waiting to use it. There it is. Tien, or not Tien, Tenjiment tries to find the timing, does not. Rebo will also fall to Geo. Tien is able to find that trade, though. The Prowler comes out. The primary art jam for Ball State, because that Vice ult gets invested by Cumberland. Tien is able to find a second, though, to even the numbers out. 3v3. Smile, though, having none of it. Trades come out once again from both sides. Smile taps the bomb. Tien and Casimir find kills of their own, and Ball State will win that round. And once again, another back and forth fight. But when that dust settles, Ball State, the Cardinals, are up on top.
yeah, no, that was great ult usage from Cumberland. You know, using the fade ult and the Vice ult is just kind of like what do you do in that situation to me? Like, all your senses are dulled. You only have your secondary out, but still, you know, they just weren't able to fully play around that to the point where they let Ball State get their primary weapons back, and they just wreaked havoc like they've been doing. And now, you know, they're up 11-8, and they're just going to be rushing this A site like they just did, because it worked last time.
Yeah, Rebo doing the exact same thing, TPing into the exact same position. Sexy gets completely caught off guard, doesn't even have time to pull his Sheriff out before falling to the stinger of Rebo. And Rebo will continue to place these smokes onto this A site, continue to make some space for his team. Tien finds a kill on a Geo. Tenjiment invests that race ult. He will die, finding the trade onto Bill, though. Now 4v2 for Ball State. It is just Smile and Dan that are left standing for Cumberland. That spike is down. That time is ticking down. They do not have much time here. It might just be better to save these Vandals going into that match point round in case you lose. But no, Dan and Smile are confident. They think that they can win this round, but here comes the utility. The paranoia comes out from Rebo, allowing Grim to find not one, but to find 2 kills and finish off the round, putting Ball State at that match point.
Yeah, Ball State definitely in such, like, just a great position right now. Not only are you match point, but, you know, it's 12-8. Even if they lose this round, they still got plenty of mistakes they can make. But, you know, that they do the exact same play, and it pretty much works out the exact same way here, which is very interesting because we saw earlier, you know, they did a very similar play and they decided, okay, no, we got to switch it up. And then they lost that round. They're just figuring out the weaknesses of Cumberland right now, but they know they're not going to A again. That would be kind of silly if they did the same play 3 times in a row. Going for that slow C strat.
Yeah, Cumberland this time opting to take that space A rubble for themselves, not letting Ball State have it for free. But look at this. Sexy, or Bill, playing absolute bait so that Sexy can find the trade. He was just jumping down B site. Casimir got a little excited and got killed, but Tenjmin already lurked all the way through this C site, able to find the sneaky kill onto Sexy, swinging the numbers 2v4 in not favor, I guess, of Cumberland. And now they have this retake 2v4. They're down by 2 people, but Smile has this ult. He can make space, but Tenjmin absolutely shuts it down. Tenjmin finds a 3K and the close range kill in the smoke. Ball State win the second map, sending us to that rubber match, sending us to that third map. They are still showing life in this match. They don't want it to end yet. So the reverse sweep is now on for Ball State.
Yeah. And that final round, very interesting. That play from Cumberland of just having like someone just seem like very open, like right here, this entire, but Sexy in that corner, you know, is a very good play, but I don't think that's what Cumberland wants to be doing when Ball State's on match point. I mean, sure, yeah, you get a trade off there, but you don't want trades when your opponent is only 1 round away from winning. And you got that ult there, but you know, when Tenjmin's there to just shut it down, what are you going to do?
Yeah, great play from him to be lurking in that smoke, an unexpected spot to be sitting in. And as you saw, just completely catching Dan and Smile off guard.
Yeah.
Smile was trying to lurk through the smoke himself. Dan was still pulling out his Vandal for crying out loud. And Tenjmin just finding that momentum, finding that scaling, and just able to find 2 there. So really good stuff from him. But now we get to head into this third map. And you know what? This is where I was reading the sunset from. This map is sunset.
Okay.
I promise.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, I don't think sunset's in the map pool right now. I honestly got no clue.
I'm being told.
It's Bind, okay.
Yeah, the next map is Bind. Bind's just another classic map, you know. There's so many maps in Valorant that I feel like you just can't like go wrong with them. That is like something in a game I think is very hard to do because, you know, if you have fun gameplay, you have fun characters, whatever. But if they're not like the environment to play those fun characters sucks, then it's like, well, why even play them?
An exact like word for word. I just think of Marvel Rivals. You know, that terrible game. I mean, just like, yeah, maybe the heroes are okay, but the maps are just so bad. I've never played the game, but I will be its #1 hater till the day I die. If I've never played it. Prod's telling me I'm bad at it. I've never played it. And I'm telling you, if I did, I'd be bored because, you know, I just go back to Overwatch, okay? If, I'll say this right now. Oh, what's the saying? How does it go? Okay, yeah. If there are no Marvel Rivals haters left on this planet, I am dead. All right? Let me just say that right now. I have been mocked, taunted, you could say, by Marvel Rivals players for still playing Overwatch 2. And that has fueled my hate for the game.
No, that's very fair.
Yeah.
Like I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals. I will say I love Marvel Rivals. But like coming from Overwatch, I know so many people who are like, Marvel Rivals, this is going to be the death of Overwatch. Finally, Overwatch is done for. And I'm like, this is not going to be the death of Overwatch.
No.
Overwatch is 100% can survive Marvel Rivals. And yeah, sure, there was a big like bump for a bit. But I think like Overwatch already is like back.
With the perks being introduced, the Marvel Rivals bump is over. The hype train is lost. People are discovering it's a bad game. You know, they're already back on Overwatch. The hype around Freya, the hype around Stadium, the hype around the new perks, which are really, really fun, by the way. If you haven't hopped into Overwatch to try out the new perks, I highly suggest it. Imagine your main, but more powerful. I know, right? Just really fun. I can't wait for Stadium, essentially combining Valorant, Overwatch, and League. You know, of course, it's Overwatch in game, and then you have the Valorant where it's on round basis. You know, you have first, I believe, first to 7 rounds won, but then you have the League aspect of it. As you win rounds and, you know, collect gold through those rounds, you actually buy, upgrade new abilities and new items. So it's like, it's my favorite 3 non-racing video games combined into one game mode, and I cannot wait for it to come out.
Dude, yeah. I have yet to play any of the new Overwatch, but
like, what are we doing? Sorry.
Okay, and that's on me. I'll say that. That's on me. But going back to Valorant, I mean, we're at 1-1 right now. Just final map. It's Bind, which is like, what do you think we're gonna see?
I love Bind, personally. It's probably my favorite map to play on. I don't know why. Whenever I play Reyna on that map, I'm dropping 30. It's just like in my blood. I like that map. But it's such an interesting map because there's no mid. You know, you have those TPs. It's defensive sided, and I've seen teams pull some crazy plays off with not only those TPs, but just all of the not trajectory, but like geometry and interesting spots there are in the map. And like I said, there's also the fact there's no mid. There's only 2 sites you can push, and there's no other way to get to them.
Yeah.
And then you think about how both A and B sites have 2 chokes that you have to look out for. Many maps like Abyss, like Ascent, they only have that one main choke that teams can push through. But no, Bind is different. It has those two chokes that you always have to be watching and have to be careful for. So it makes it harder, and it makes it a map where you see usually double Sentinel being played. Either double Sentinel or a Sentinel in that Viper filling that pseudo Sentinel role. So I expect seeing a Vice, seeing a Viper, maybe even seeing a Deadlock. I love Deadlock, so I'd be really happy if we get to see that. Or I'm just completely incorrect and we don't see Viper from either side because apparently I know nothing about this game.
Yeah, so far no Viper. I mean, Raze kind of makes sense coming from Ball State especially. You know, we got the Tejo again, which is an interesting pick. But, you know, Sky, I think, makes a lot of sense, especially for binds. You know, those birds are going to be especially really helpful and just, honestly, every part of her utility. But yet, no Viper here. We do get a Deadlock, though.
Deadlock is one of my favorite Sentinels to play, so I'm really excited to see that Deadlock being played, especially from a Sentinel as talented as Casimir. I'm really excited to see how he uses those sound sensors that are oftentimes criticized for how easy they are to avoid. Because, of course, you can just crouch past them to avoid them, but they're still very good. Sorry, excuse me, I had to sneeze. The sound sensors are still very strong. Get off Reyna, bro. Casimir throwing some shade to the side of Cumberland. Who is on that Reyna? That's a crazy pick from Cumberland.
I believe that is Sexy.
Wow. Sexy trying to be sexy on that sexiest character, Reyna. How many times can I say sexy in one sentence? Count it starting now. It is sexy, you're right. Yeah, Sexy looking to be sexy with that sexy ghost. I mean, I don't hate it, but I also don't like it. Reyna is a character where if you're not absolutely fragging out, you are finding 0 value for your team. So you have to be at the peak of your game if you want your team to succeed. But here it is, crazy amounts of utility being traded from both teams. Grim is going to fall to Geo, but before that happens, he's able to kill Dan. Sexy already finding value on that Reyna, finding 2. 1 on the TN, 1 on the Casimir. The 2 people that were telling him to get off that character. Boom, right in their face. This is why I'm playing this character. Quickly, Casimir and TN eating their words that they said into that match chat. But now it's just Tenjimin and Rebo alone by themselves. 4v2, what can they do? Tenjimin, nothing, but Rebo, no, he cannot. I thought he would catch, I thought he would catch Sexy off guard, but he does not. Sexy is well prepared for that and finds a 3K, and Sexy throwing the shade himself, saying, get off Reyna, right back to Ball State. And Casimir throwing the rats right back in their face. He's saying, you're playing ratty, you're just playing around corners, you know, what are you doing here?
Yeah, the Reyna pick is very weird. You know, Reyna is such a, like, solo-centered character to the point where it's like, if you're in a comp, you team, and you're all working together, there's no real point to playing her. But we got, you know, just draft on a way, like, saying, like, I don't care, you know.
Ooh,
but Grim goes,
crazy shots from Grim. On to Giraffe. Rebo finds 2 shots as well. Grim finds a second. 4 very nice share of shots from Grim and Rebo. Grim gets a 3K on to Geo, and Ball State finding the flawless Thrifty, putting the words right back into Cumberland's face. Just great stuff from Grim, great stuff from Rebo. I love seeing sheriff shots like that. Look at this first one.
A good sheriff shot is...
Sorry.
Oh, man.
This gets me excited.
Yeah, I feel like a sheriff is maybe the most interesting gun in Valorant. Like, when someone pops off with a sheriff, they pop off. And we saw that exactly with Grim. Just, man, that shot on Reyna was crazy. But now, things slowing down. Round 3. Everyone's got a little bit more of an econ now. But what are they going to do with it? That is the question.
Yeah, I believe that Cumberland, after losing that last round, are forced on this econ. While State have a pretty heavy full buy here as Tenjamin finds the first blood onto Dan. Tien finds or gets traded out by Giraffe with that stinger. And now Cumberland are looking to push forward on this A site. They have a little bit of map space now. Are they going to plant the spike? They do indeed start that plant. Tenjamin and Rebo are waiting behind these smokes, waiting for Cumberland to make a mistake or push through, and there it goes. The smoke drops. Tenjamin finds one. Rebo finds one, although Tenjamin's on 5 health. He's probably going to get turned up by Smile, but no. Grim is able to kill Smile while he's preoccupied with Tenjamin. Casimir, with that Bulldog, finishes off the round, and that will be the 3rd round one for Ball State, putting them at a map lead once again.
Yeah, no, it must feel good for Ball State here, getting, like, this round lead so early into the map after, you know, first map, they never even got a round lead at all. And then Lotus, the second map, they got a round lead, you know, kind of later into the game. But starting off strong immediately from Ball State, they're just coming out swinging. They know these corners of binds so well. And honestly, just Cumberland needs to do something a little different. I think they just need to play around those corners a little bit differently, a little bit better. And things would be definitely better for them then. But
yeah, as I mentioned, this is a very heavy defensive-sided map. So Ball State are looking to win 8, maybe even 9 before switching over to the attacking side. Because, like I said, there's no mid, so it just makes it so difficult to push through onto a site. But now Cumberland, once again, looking for this B site. But Giraffe has scaled all the way up through this A. Tenjamin sitting there in shower, you know, trying to catch an unexpected lurk onto somebody. And he does find Giraffe caught absolutely lacking, trying to lurk through. Tenjamin not letting that happen. Although Bill finding the trade on the opposite side of the map onto Grim. That deadlock wall gets invested from Casimir and the net as well. And Casimir is able to find the kill on a dam, but not before Geo and Bill find 2 kills of their own. So now it's a 2v3 retake situation here for Ball State. Tenjamin trying to find the kill with the paint shells. He does. Catches Bill right after the spike went down. He was on low health, able to find that kill. And Geo gets spotted by the drone, but does not matter. Smile is there to find the kill. Smile is there to find the 2 kills. So Tien and Tenjamin thought they had the round 1. Like, wow, no words from Casimir. So, I mean, great stuff from Cumberland. Even Casimir is kind of left wondering what just happened there.
yeah, that, like, was just such a weird round. You know, Ball State used their utility, I would say, pretty well. This kill onto the Giraffe right here, a great just kind of sneak play from there. Just didn't, obviously, just 50-50 on corners. Checked the wrong one. But now, going into this 4th round, they're tied up almost the same amount of econ. But obviously, as we were saying earlier, it's a defensive side of map. Immediately showing that Tenjamin, just showing that immediately. Giraffe has not caught a break since the 2nd round.
Yeah, good. No, I'm playing Giraffe as, you know, on that very confident Reyna pick. You have to be playing confident. You have to be playing at the top of your game to pick that Reyna. I respect it heavy, but it just probably isn't what Cumberland need. Geo getting really aggressive for a good reason. Able to find not only the kill on Tenchman, also the kill on a TN though, but Rebo all the way in the back of the site here with that operator. If Geo peeks a little bit farther, he's going to peek right into the crosshair of this one-shot body shot weapon. But Rebo, you know, smoking it off. He's going to opt to back off the angle for just a little bit. But Dan knows that Grim, he heard the TP, he knows that he's there, and he will find the kill onto Grim, uses that C ability to overheal, and now there is a plant coming out from Bill. It is only Rebo left alive on this operator. You're probably just saving it here. There's no reason to push this 1v4 with an op. It's a 4,700 credit weapon. You're just looking to make it out alive here. No reason to be falling to a headshot like that. Just try to get out, Rebo. I don't too much know what he was thinking, but that will be the round one for Cumberland.
Yeah, you know, tough situation for Rebo there right at the end. You're pretty much surrounded, you know, it's 4v1. You have this operator that you know Cumberland's just going to be gunning you down for. And, you know, decides to hold that angle right at the end. You know, thinks maybe he can get that kill on this guy, but, you know, it just didn't end up working out. And that's going to hurt the Ball State economy a lot right now. I believe I saw just all sheriffs there, and which, depending on what we're talking about, sheriffs can be really good. Oh, Rebo, the only one not with a sheriff, gets immediately killed.
Yeah. He's getting a little bit aggressive with that stinger, gets completely caught off guard by Geo. The flash comes out from Grin. The Ruma comes out from Smile. Both teams exchanging util, trying to find some info. Casimir finds the head tap onto Geo. That evens the numbers out, but that does put Casimir down to 5 HP. And Giraffe, once again, on this lurk A side. But Tenchman is not over there waiting in showers to punish it, but he is waiting right here, A short to punish it, but no. Bill expects it. Able to find the kill onto Tenchman, now putting the numbers back into Cumberland's favor, and Cumberland get to plant the spike now. 3v4 retake situation here for Ball State. TN methodically clearing this Lamps era one by one, although Sheriff first Vandal, not a fair fight. Smile will win that 1v1. Casimir uses that net to keep Lamps clear, but Giraffe with that Phantom on that Reyna fight, two of his own, and will be able to win the round for Cumberland.
Now, yeah, what Ball State was doing there, like, in itself wasn't necessarily like bad. Like, I think they had good plays, they had good corners they were trying to, you know, to hold, but it just came down to the fact that their econ was just bad. And, you know, that's just how, you know, how Valorant goes. But this pick from Casimir was pretty good. Honestly, just a great two-shot, you know, gotta stay calm in a situation like that. And yeah.
Yeah, it was looking good for Ball State. You know, they had they found that equalizing trade from Casimir, so it was a 4v4. That deadlock wall was invested to completely keep Cumberland out of hookah, but Cumberland were able to rotate quickly over to that A site using the TP and just they didn't use a TP. They rotated just by walking through that link, that market area, and they were just able to catch Tenchman off guard on that aggressive angle, and just slowly, Cumberland picked off Ball State team members one by one. And once that spike was down, it was nearly done for Ball State. That round was over because trying to win a round down numbers and the spike being planted, very, very difficult.
Yeah, and let's cause the timeout here from Ball State, you know, trying to stop Cumberland from gaining that momentum we've been talking about all night. But now seeing their economy, you know, it's a little bit better now. They got a little bit better guns, a little bit better shields, but they got to see if they can work with it at all. And Cumberland really like coming up that little spot for B, the B long right there.
And there's a deadlock all invested from Casimir. Does find one. Casimir gets the headshot onto Bill. Cumberland tried to save their teammate. Casimir not letting that happen. Smile, though, able to find the trade, but Grim and Casimir find 2 kills of their own as well. So numbers advantage goes in Ball State's favor, and Casimir with the 4K finds, I think, the collateral on Geo and Giraffe. That's already the 3rd collateral we've seen this match. Those are so rare. We've seen 3 today already. Yeah. These players have got to stop lining their heads up in line with each other.
Yeah, they really need to stop doing stuff like that. Especially, like, you were just talking about, it is so rare to see that in Valorant, and seeing it so many times already tonight just shows how well these two teams are and how well they can play. But Casimir really popped off that round with that util, that ult use, and just the entire util from them was just amazing, combined with the sky flashes. But Smile causes Tenjamin to get rid of his ult.
Yeah, Giraffe name-dropping Casimir. He said smokes are useless, something Casimir would say. Just these two teams, they must have a pretty good relationship with each other, being able to joke back and forth like that in match chat. Love to see that kind of relationship between these two high competitive collegiate teams. But now both raises actually got traded off, so Smile and Tenjamin are down for both Cumberland and Ball State. Now a 4v4, but Cumberland don't have a lot of space here. They don't have a site to their own, and they definitely do not have that plant down. And I believe that was also Rebo investing that Astra ult into this round, keeping Cumberland off, and TN finds a headshot. Rebo finds a headshot onto Giraffe and onto Dan. So now it's a 4v2 for Ball State, and Casimir holding this nasty angle, and Gio and Bill, we gotta check our angles, boys. This is collegiate Valorant. You have to check every angle. You cannot be rushing onto a site like that without clearing your corners.
Especially when, you know, Ball State is up 2 members. You cannot be just skipping corners like that. Those are like corners you see. I remember, like, when I first started playing Valorant, I would love that corner because no one ever would check right up on that box. And to the point where everyone's like, you gotta check the box.
Yeah,
like,
it's that sloppy play. If you don't, I'm gonna be honest. You know, I criticize Ball State when they make mistakes. I'll criticize Cumberland too. That is a sloppy error there. Although the round was probably lost, you could probably get the trade onto Casimir there if you check that corner. Although Casimir kills Smile trying to do that crouch spam. Casimir's having none of it. Uses that deadlock wall to completely close off B long, but Giraffe finds a trade onto Casimir, and Grim, you know, just holding this deadlock wall to the best of his ability. 4v4 on the numbers advantage, and Cumberland are kind of at a dead halt here because of this deadlock wall.
Yeah, this deadlock wall is really shutting them out from this B site here, because, you know, you can shoot it, but one, that's a lot of bullets and a lot of resources that goes into it, and two, to shoot it, you have to kind of expose yourself. Yeah. Which, you know, either they can maybe try to go to A, but, you know, that kind of just throws this huge wrench in all of their plans. But they get that wall down, they're going to be going on to B.
Yeah, the Vice ult and Reyna ult come out from Cumberland. Giraffe and Dan are able to find some kills of their own. Gio finishes it off onto Rebo. Bang, 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 bang. Once again, Valorant is just such a slow-paced game until it's not. It's slow, it builds, and when it explodes quick. And that's another example of that, as it looked to be a very easy round one from the side of Ball State, but no. Cumberland just find 4 kills to win the round.
Yeah, really going back and forth. Really, Cumberland just needs to win that round. If their econ would have been so low if they didn't, they needed to cook. They needed to throw in all the ingredients. They needed to throw in the bok choy. Needed to throw in all the other vegetables that they were cooking. But right now, the next round is going. TN gets 2 right off the bat.
Oh, but Dan is able to find at least a trade onto Grim as well. And Tien and Tenjamin double satcheling back onto the site they started at. Tenjamin had to do that because he was scared of any Cumberland players that were peeking that B long. He didn't want to waste any time getting back. And that is the Sky all invested from Cumberland, and Gio, sitting in a very ratty corner, is able to find the kill on the Casimir to even out those numbers once again. And that Sky ult, I don't believe it found any value. I didn't quite see who it caught, but look at this. The 3-man rush comes out from Cumberland. The Armageddon comes out from TN as well. It finds a little bit of damage onto Dan, but that doesn't matter. He still is able to find the 3K. Bill gets that plant down. It's up to Rebo in the 3v1. Can he pull this off? We've seen him pull off some miraculous things today. Can he do it once again here? It's going to be hard, but if anyone's able to do it, I know it could be him. He gets smoked off by Dan. He's using some smokes of his own now. There it is. He's placing it where he wants it to be. He's trying to run around, jump around, be a very hard target to hit. He's smoking his way into the bomb site. He's able to find 2. Dan, though, has that clove vault, is able to use that as well. Now he has to run away, not letting Dan find the kill, because if he does, he comes back to life. Although Rebo able to find the kill into Dan. Can he find the 4th kill he needs? He does, but he doesn't have time. He doesn't have time. That clove vault was able to delay him just long enough. So Rebo, in that 3v1, finds 4 kills, but just didn't have enough time to defuse the spike.
Which is such a shame.
It really is.
2 times already in this game, we've seen Rebo just ultimately like win these fights that he shouldn't, but he just does not have time to defuse the spike. And yeah, that clove ultimately ended up just saving Cumberland right there at the end. Even though Rebo gets that kill on him right at the end twice, just the no time to defuse, like there's nothing you can do. He can't go for the spike because then he gets shot, but he can't not kill the guy.
Rebo and Tenjman trying to use that satchel to push Rebo on top of that box, but Rebo mistimed the jump, and it's not going to work. Instead, he's going to use the smoke and get aggressive. Bill finds 2. Rebo finds 2 of his own, so now 3v3s, but Gio finds the retrade onto Rebo, so now 2v3 retake situation here for Ball State. Casimir and that is Grim are the only 2 left remaining. They were the 2 that were on that B site, and they're now walking over to A, where Cumberland have planted that spike. So now they have to, one by one, very methodically clear these corners. They cannot afford to get sloppy here because they're down in numbers. Casimir has spotted that Vice flash out, opting to not shoot it yet, doesn't want to give away his position. There he goes. He now shoots it before tapping the spike, but there it is. Those Razor Wells come out from that Vice, and Giraffe is on the flank. Casimir doesn't expect it. Gio kills Grim, Giraffe kills Casimir, and that is another round 1 from Cumberland, putting it 7-4 into the last round before swap.
Not a good place you want to be for Ball State right now. 4-7, not the best score. You know, starting off guns a-blazing right here at the start. That is crazy, but you know, ultimately just does not end up working out for Ball State. And right here at the end too, Ball State just thinking that everyone from Cumberland is there, like protecting the spike, not thinking that Giraffe could be in showers. But it's a new round. Ball State now is...
Yeah, and like I said earlier, this is a defensive-sided map, so Ball State looking for 8 or 9 here. They cannot afford to be going in it down 4-8. They probably don't even want to be going into second half down 5-7, but if they lose that round, it just might be what's happening as Giraffe finds 2. He's using that ultimate to get onto site, but now it's a 3v3. No, it's not, because Bill finds the kill as well. The nice shot comes out from Giraffe, so now it's a 1v3. TN as yellow as a lemon on that Tejo all by himself, and that ultimate gets invested. Now they know where he is. That yellow as a lemon Tejo, TN not able to find what he needs to, and Ball State going into the second half down 4-8 on a defensive side of map.
Yeah, which is not good at all for Ball State. Just Cumberland was able to use the retail there in a way that just, and it didn't matter pretty much what Ball State did. You know, they shot Sky through the smoke. Everyone else, you know, they can contest, but hey, they just couldn't do what they really wanted to, and now they swap side. Ball State is attacking. It's a new pistol round. Did not go the best for them last time. I wonder how they're going to switch it up now that they're on attack. Seeing 3 ghosts, 2 classics. Grim go with the light shields there too. But
yeah, interesting stuff from this side of Ball State. Or from both sides, buying those half shields, not usually what you see for these pistol rounds, but opting for it might just work here. As Casimir peeks into this 2v1 stack of Bill and another member of Cumberland. I couldn't quite catch who it was, but that's just unfortunate timing for Casimir, as now Bill will be able to use that advantage to find a flank in the pinch onto these 2 members of Ball State that are trapped in this B-long area. This is going to be unexpected, and it is, because Gio is able to find the headshot onto Tien, and now Grim is completely trapped here, but he opts to use that teleporter. He gives away his position, but at least he lives to see another day. But Rebo catches Smile completely off guard. This is the round of flanking and round of shooting in the back, because I feel like every kill so far has been killed from behind and completely unexpected. So it's just a round of the chess match, the round of who is going to kill who. And look at this, once again, Rebo finds the flank onto Bill and Gio. And just again, sneakiness from both sides. Everybody's getting shot in the back that round. I think everyone was confused. I don't think anybody knew where anyone was.
It seemed like immediately they're like, the round started, everyone kind of just like separated, and they're like, okay, what do we do? And we saw Tenjamin here immediately rush onto B site, sees no one's there, just kind of decides to go along, catches out the Clove, and then everything just starts to unfold. Everyone starts to see each other, but on the flank here, Rebo catches 2 of the members of Cumberland off guard, distracted by another member of Ball State. But ended up working out for them, 5-8. But they need that momentum.
Yeah, Rebo looking for the sneaky shot. He actually used that timing. He used his pull as soon as he was peeking that corner. So if anyone of Cumberland was standing there, he would have been pulled into the crosshair of his sniper. But as that was happening, Tenjamin found a kill, getting traded out by Gio with that frenzy. So Ball State won that first round, so Cumberland are forced onto an econ, which is why Gio is opting to buy that frenzy this round. And Rebo is able to find some value out of that Marshall. The net is going to be used from Casimir. Does not expect Giraffe to be pushed up that far, but it doesn't matter. He had the better reaction time in that fight, is able to find the kill. And Grim is now running over to B site to get that bomb planted onto the site that his teammates Rebo and Casimir have already cleared. And Dan, he's going to be completely caught off guard by this wall and by Casimir holding it with that Spectre. And it is now going to be Giraffe, all by himself. Not much he can do here. Grim is finally here with the spike. Rebo has the spike now. Tien kills Gio. Oh, okay, sorry. So Tien is able to kill Gio, and they actually gave Rebo the spike because he's close to his ultimate. So Grim was holding the spike, tossed it down to Rebo, and now he's only 1 point away from getting his wall.
Yeah. Ball State, kind of did what they do every single time that they're winning, and it's just that one falls, and they immediately just knock over all the other dominoes. We saw here a great wall there from the Deadlock. Just cuts everyone off. That's going to be going through the back lines of the defense. But, immediately a trade.
Yeah, Tien kills Smile. Dan finds a trade right back onto him. As Tenjamin's cleared a lot of space here. Gets blinded, but I believe he also blinded some of his Cumberland teammates. Rebo's able to find those 2 trades, so the numbers are still even, 2v2, but Ball State have this B site cleared, but they also have A site cleared. So Rebo hops into that teleporter, and Casimir has cleared this entirety of A site, and he's not done yet. He keeps scaling through. He's going to post himself on this really awkward angle, all the way pushed up, gets the headshot with that Sheriff onto Giraffe. Now he's going to look for that second one onto Dan. But no, he's going to actually back off the angle. He found that one pick, put the numbers in their advantage, so he's now going to play a crossfire with Rebo. Doesn't need to get too aggressive here. He doesn't have to, especially because Rebo has that Astra utility, which is so strong post-plant. They're going to give Dan the site for free because they know they don't have to worry about it. There's so little that he can do with those stuns and pulls left on that spike, and Dan knows that as well. He's going to opt to save this Vandal, so that is this 3rd round of the half won from Ball State.
Yeah, that flash ended up, I think, being such a decider of the round, If Cumberland had only flashed Ball State there, then that round would have gone much differently than it did, and ended up getting Casimir this really far angle. He's pushed up so far, to the point where you never see members of the attacking that deep into the defense, especially this late into the game. But also being able to use those teleporters from behind that honestly don't get used that often. Most of the time, we see maybe with one replay, once or twice, but a full switch of sites like that, You know, it's the first time that's happened, at least tonight. But right now, Ball State going up that B long they've been doing all game, and they're gonna see that no one is there.
Yeah.
Not knowing that they're in hookah, but
yeah, Grim clears that space with that Skydog so that Tenjimin's able to get that ult orb and get his ultimate, the Showstopper, which is not only very good at getting kills, but very, very good at creating space onto a site. Now, Tien, Rebo, and Tenjimin looking to push through this hookah area, but they have to be careful. They don't know that 3 members of Cumberland are all turning that Sky Flash in sync. That's really funny to look at through the wall, but now they're going to get completely util dumped as Tien, using that Teho utility to very good use, is able to find the kill, and they do find the kill on the Smile as well, and they find the Flawless onto Cumberland. So I said it was defensive side of map, but Ball State have won 4 rounds in a row on attack, not to mention the Flawless that just happened.
It feels like there's something with Bond, like it's a defensive side of map, because there's no mid. It's got, there's the teleporters for the attacking side, but there's just something about how everything is so angular and just like long. Yeah. To the point where you can be huddled up in hookah. You could have 3 people there, but that's not going to matter if they know everyone's there and they just dump all their util into it, which is exactly what happens. I mean,
so I'm super excited that Ball State was able to dig back, claw at that lead. They've now brought it back to a tie game.
Yeah,
so now
tie game.
Both teams are in it to win this match. As we've said, it is a 1-to-1 map score. Whoever wins this 3rd and final map wins the entire match in this ECAC regular season. So both teams are going to be gunning for these next rounds. They're going to be playing their life out. They're going to be putting everything on the line to win these, because this is what it comes down to. This is what separates legends and noobs.
Got a little poster there for that VCT Bangkok we were talking about earlier, but going back into the round, that timeout, I did not see which side it was timeout for. I'm assuming it was Cumberland, because that'd be kind of weird if Ball State was running.
Yes.
But trying to stop that momentum again, but they're not letting Ball State get further into the score like we've been seeing earlier. Usually we see that once that momentum has gained something of a little value, but now they want to make sure to just stop it right here, right now, especially after that last round where a Flawless from Ball State. They need something right now, and they need it bad.
As the Showstopper comes out from Tenjimin, it clears space, it gets the kill onto Dan, and that will be a very quick plant from Ball State. And no, he's not opting to plant it yet. He's a little bit scared. There he goes with the plant. Ball State now have this entirety of A site lockdown. They have that spike. They're now going to set up into a post-plant phase. Bill using that Skydog to get some info. Doesn't matter. Casimir and Tenjimin are able to find kills of their own. Tien finishes off the round by killing Smile. Just a very quick round 1 from Ball State, extending their snowball to 5 rounds, 1 in a row.
Yeah, it seemed like that timeout from Cumberland just did nothing. That entire rollout that we saw from the last round and how quick they were able to get everyone just extended into this one. And now, I mean, that Showstopper ult was great and it got them the round, but now Cumberland has 2 ults themselves, not as powerful as the Showstopper, but definitely they can use some of that util to their advantage this round. But Ball State playing for picks, leaving that spike behind, and they're just going to hold back a little bit and see what Cumberland wants to do. Are they going to push up, or are they just going to hold their ground?
Yeah, Rebo using that Outlaw once again. So Grim is able to find 2, actually. He kills Bill, who's trying to, cross sides, maybe get some space. But he also finds another kill, but Giraffe, how did he get there? I do not know. Oh, he's on the defense. That's how we got there. Duh. I am stupid. That's on me. But Giraffe is able to find a kill onto Tenjimin, who was getting a little bit too aggressive. And Geo gets a kill on a Tien before getting traded off by Grim. So Grim on that 3K. It's just Giraffe alone by himself. All the way on B side, though, Grim and Casimir are going to hear that TP, so they know exactly where Giraffe is now. But do they not? Do they not hear it? Oh no, it's the rain to kill, and Casimir can do nothing because Giraffe He is invisible. He uses that Empress, that Rain ult to really good effect. I don't know how Casimir and Grim didn't hear that teleport go off. Casimir completely misplaced his wall. Giraffe catches them out guard and get that clutch with that Empress, with that Rain ult, and that's why you pick Reyna, ladies and gentlemen, because look at this. Gets the con to Grim, hit to Z. Casimir has no idea where he is. He even tries to net himself to just the last second effort to find something, but no, Giraffe just outplays him.
Yeah, that was great from Giraffe there. I mean, you're down 1-2. The enemy teams on the entirely opposite side of the map, they're about to get the spike down. They're getting the spike down. What do? And he just pops off, uses that ult to the best of his ability, and you said it perfectly. That is why you pick Reyna. That only Reyna can do stuff like that, and it worked out extremely well for them.
Casimir getting very aggressive with this deadlock ult. He does find the capture before getting killed by Bill, but Gio can do nothing but get wrapped up in that cocoon and brought back to die from Casimir. Now 3v3, but Giraffe and Dan go for the quick retake. Ball State are caught off guard by it. Now a 1v2. Tenjamin finds the kill to Dan, but Dan uses that Cloval. Tenjamin's just gonna run and hope that Dan can't catch up. Dan is trying everything in his power to get back at him. It's just gonna be a chase around the map. Tenjamin is going to be able to run away from Dan, and the clutch comes out from Tenjamin. Great stuff. He finds the kill to Dan. He finds the kill onto Smile, who got that showstopper, used that ult, but did not find the kill, and then just runs, books it for his life across the map, so Dan cannot find the kill to keep his ult alive.
Yeah, that is going to be a devastating round for Cumberland. Not only did they not win the round, they used up so much of their util. Showstopper ult, Clove ult, just for literally nothing. Just for even Tenjamin on 17 health to be like, no, you can't catch me. Can't catch me, man. Which is not something you see from Valorant every day.
No, I love watching the wild duck chase around the back of Bind. As now, once again, Ball State looking to control the tempo, controlling the pace. Tenjamin knows exactly that Gio is going to be there, not getting caught off guard at all. I think he thought there was a trap there. I don't know why he looked down. But Casimir, on an unexpected angle, is able to find Dan before getting traded out by Smile. Now a 2v3 for Ball State, but they have that spike down. So it's going to be up to Giraffe, and he is going to find the kill on Rebo. Now it's all up to Grim. He used that Sky ult. He knows that Cumberland is here, but the Skydog is used by the side of Cumberland. So he's going to have to back off that angle because Bill now knows that he is there. But Grim still in this 1v3 situation. The Leer comes out from the Reyna. The Roomba comes out from Smile. He can do nothing. He is getting pinched by all different types of utility. The 3v1, nearly impossible to win. And Cumberland will re-tie the map, and Thrifty as well. Did not know.
Yeah, that was... Ball State, I think, just got, a little too cocky that match. We saw in the 2v3, we saw this kill with Tenjamin. Thinks there's a trap or something. Looks down. Unfortunately, just going to get killed right there. But...
did we go to timeout? I think we missed a timeout.
There was a timeout. I did not see that. I was like, for a second, I also thought for a second it was a mistake, and I was like, but they're still on us.
Yeah. Oh no. So yeah, the timeout was called assumedly. Is that a word? Assumedly? Assumptually?
Assumed? Is that it?
What? There's a word that means what I'm trying to portray.
I think it's assumed. Right?
No, because I'm looking for like an adverb. Assumptually, it is from the side of Ball State because they were the ones to lose that last round. So, not only is it tied in the map score, it's tied in the rounds 10-10. We might see some third map overtime here. This is going to go down to the wire, and we're going to get to see some great Valorant here.
We 100% are. And, we've already seen so many great plays, already. The point where it's so many are immediately coming to mind, but going into this next round here, Ball State does have a lot of util they're going to be able to work with here. They got Teho ult, they got Showstopper from Raze, and they got the Astra ult, and which, they can do a lot of stuff with it. I don't know if they will, but pretty good loadout from all of them. I believe that's a full buy from everyone, except for I saw one member in Cumberland have light shields instead of full shields, but definitely
Yeah, Tien using that drone to clear out Hookah. He does it to good effect. He clears that no one's in Hookah, but Giraffe finds the kill onto Tien. Look at that. Cumberland snuck up all the way through A short and catch Tien absolutely lacking. Dan finds the kill, and then Casimir gets the trade right after. So it's a 3v4 for Ball State. Once again, they're down a man, but they do have that plant down. So it's winnable for both sides here. Ball State are down, but at least they have the spike down. So, you know, maybe you're at the advantage, maybe you're at the disadvantage, but Cumberland, I do know one thing, they have to play well if they want to win this round. Because the Astra always invested, it's a great flash, and Grim will be able to find a kill, but Gio finds 2 of his own, so it's just Rebo by himself. He kills Giraffe. The plant, or the defuse is coming out from Gio. He's probably just going to stick it. He does just stick it. Rebo finds the kill onto Bill again, but once again, he loses the round. And he gets the kill onto Gio. Every time, Rebo finds the kills he needs to, but just isn't able to secure the win.
Yeah, Rebo is great at getting those kills, but unfortunately, just, you know, he has to get them but by ignoring the spike.
Yeah.
Which it's just such a shame, especially, but, you know, it's going to put Ball State's econ at not the worst, but if they lose this, it is going to put them at a pretty bad level. But it's the same for Cumberland's econ right now. We got 2 of the Cumberland's members at $0 right now. Spend every cent making sure they get kills like that. Tenjamin immediately off the bat.
Yeah, and the reason that their econ is in the shallows like that is because Rebo was able to kill all 5 of them, or 3 of them, to get all of them killed last round. And Bill will get that Sky Flash. They know that a player of Ball State is in this garden side, so they know that somebody is lurking there, and he's going to get jump spotted by Bill. They now know it's the Astra. They now know that Rebo is lurking through this angle. And while that's happening, Ball State is looking to clear some of that space towards A. Maybe they're placing Rebo here as a decoy. I do think that's what's happening because look at this. TN is now scaling up through this A site, clearing angles one by one. Is he going to expect Smile in that Lamp's position? Probably not. But okay, so he didn't even expect Giraffe. He actually falls to T. So TN falls to Giraffe, and Smile doesn't even have to find the trade because Giraffe just wins the 1v1 himself. So Ball State down in numbers once again, but this time they don't even have control of this site. Grim now using that Sky Flash to try to find something. He is able to help Casimir get the kill onto Smile, but Giraffe gets the trade onto Grim as well. So now it's just Fraggleton and Rebo. Now it's just Rebo under time pressure, and Giraffe with the 4K once again. I said it, get off Reyna. Yeah, I said it earlier, Giraffe on that Reyna. You know, you have to be peaking. You have to be at the best of your game to find value on that character, and Giraffe is delivering. He is just delivering what he has to do.
But match point now, Cumberland only needs 1 more round win to take this entire thing, and it's going to be really tough for Ball State. I mean, they don't got a full buy. They got 3 Guardians. I believe that's 1 Vandal, 1 Phantom, but against a full buy from Cumberland here. And Ball State, they got to do something a little bit different. The last 2 rounds have not worked out in their favor, and they have the util. I wouldn't be surprised if most of them come out now, if not all of them.
Yeah, Ball State 5 stacking B here. They're probably going to do a split B push, split into Hookah, split into Guard. And the Sky Flash comes out from Bill. He flashes himself again. Doesn't matter this time. Gio's able to find 2. This is not what you want. You do not want to be down 2-man on your match point. The Showstopper comes out, able to find Giraffe. Tenjamin opts to not take any space with it, just to shoot it through the smoke and find the blind luck kill onto Giraffe. No world, that dog saw me. Yeah, Giraffe is not happy about getting killed there at all. Can Casimir find the trade? He does, and he gets the ult. That finds another. Grim finds a kill as well. Ball State still showing signs of life. They now have 3v1. It's just Smile all by himself, and he's still trapped at A site, and he's behind that wall. Ball State know he's there. They're going to have the free plant. Casimir has to run away from the paint shells because he's at 5 health. Smile gets the kill, but Tenjamin is able to find the trade. It looked like it was over for Ball State, but great plays came out from Tenjamin and Casimir to get that round 1, swing the tides back into their favor. So good stuff from them. It was match point. The pressure was on, and now they won it 11-12.
Mm-hmm. It's still match point, but definitely got a lot more econ to work with this time after winning that. And yeah, as you were saying, great plays from Tenjamin and Casimir there. You know, you're seeing the power of Deadlock, and the Deadlock wall is really coming out this game. Casimir's really, like, honestly, should be like an ad for Deadlock. Because the way he's been playing these walls and using that util. Because the point is winning him rounds, and they still got that Tejo ult to use maybe at some point this round. Oh, it looks like they are using it.
Yeah, there's the ult that completely clears out Lamps. That was Gio, I believe, that wanted to play there. He's going to get it's Giraffe that wanted to play Lamps. Gets completely shoved off the angle as Tenjamin tosses that spike over to Casimir. And Tenjamin, look at that, finds one, does not expect. Oh! It doesn't matter, he doesn't expect it. He finds the kill onto Bill. Now 5v2 for this last round, but Giraffe takes that TP, finds two of his own. Now Ball State are only ahead by one. Rebo, he's able to find the TP. He finds the flank TP onto Giraffe, now a 3v1. So, Ball State looking to take this into overtime, but Smile finds the unexpected TP, and there it is. And that will be overtime. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know how overtime in Valorant works, it goes something like this. It is first to win 2 rounds. So, how do I explain it? So, each team swaps, they attack one time, then they defend one side. If you win back-to-back rounds, so if you win in attacking and defending, you win the map. But if you only win one of the rounds, the overtime continues, and it goes on until infinity. I don't know how long it goes on, but it goes on until infinity. And there we go. You see our prod holding tab again, once again for us to show us that scoreboard.
And which a great scoreboard it is. You know, everyone going the full buy here, wanting to get every single kill they can get, because everything before this does not matter. Everything before, like, after this is just everything. I stumbled over my words there, but everything before this doesn't matter, because right now if they just need to win this round and one more round and they win the entire thing. Ball State is going to be defending first here, which they had a little bit of trouble with when they were defending at first, but now Cumberland playing a little slow, playing for picks.
Yeah, that is 3 members of Cumberland scaled up, but look at that. Tenjamin finds the head onto Smile. That's a great shot from him. Gets the early pick, and now Rebo will use that smoke to take some space. Cumberland is not going to expect this, and they do not, but it doesn't matter. Giraffe is able to catch Rebo lacking. Don't know if he was in the wrong tab or something, but just got caught completely off guard there by Giraffe. He's able to find the trade, equalizes the number back to a 4v4. And look at this, Cumberland are doing the strat I see Ball State do a lot, where they haven't picked up that spike yet. They haven't committed to a single site. And of course, Ball State don't know that, but Tenjamin finds the headshot on a Giraffe once again. That means Tenjamin is now 1 kill away from his ult, but before he can get his ult, Bill is able to kill him. That is not what you want to see, because Tenjamin was so close to getting that really game-changing ultimate on that showstopper.
But time is running out. Cumberland is going to need to plant this spike now, but all of Ball State is here, and Clove is dead.
Casimir finds 2. Grim finds the last one. So Cumberland under time pressure, not able to adapt. They fall one by one, and now they have to win this round if they don't want to lose. If Ball State win this, they win the match. If Cumberland win, it just goes on to double overtime. So they're put under mega pressure here to win this round.
100%. The pressure in these moments is greater than any other pressure in Valorant you will face, because not only like you're in overtime, everyone has worked so hard to get to this point, but now it seems like Ball State on the attacking side just running through mid like we saw right at the start of the first map. But this time no kills are traded. This time they're going to be rotating towards B, it looks like, which seems like the best play for right now. Most of Cumberland is on A, but they do have 2 members at B currently. And when they start using the util there, they're going to start rotating.
Yeah,
but
Rebo,
it's a fake.
Yeah. Oh, Dan is able to kill Tenjamin. Rebo finds a trade on the other side of the map onto Bill. So Rebo using Astra to his advantage. He can place smokes anywhere on the map, no matter where he is. So he uses that to his advantage to be really sneaky about his positioning. And Casimir is able to find the kill onto Dan, but not before Dan takes out Grim. So the numbers are still even. 3v3. This is winnable by either team here. However, Ball State have control of this site, although they don't know if someone's in showers. They have not cleared showers. Rebo gets the headshot onto Gio, though. So it's looking a little bit sketchy for Ball State because they didn't clear showers, but they at least have the numbers advantage and that spike planted. And now Ball State, Casimir finds Giraffe, caught lacking in hookah. They're both trade a little bit of shots, but neither one are going to die just yet. Giraffe and Smile have to play this together. They have to play it perfectly. They do not. Although Casimir gets traded out by Giraffe, it's now Giraffe all by himself on the Reyna. He has been pulling off remarkable plays all game, but he can't do anything now because Rebo on that Astra is still alive. The utility is too much, but he gets the kill on a TN. Is he able to get it? I don't think so. That Astra utility is just too punishing. It's just too strong. And Giraffe will fall to Rebo, and Ball State will win the match. Giraffe left it all on the table there, but there's nothing you can do. Astra is so good at post-plant scenarios. It didn't matter how many kills Giraffe got. As long as Rebo was alive, there's nothing he could do.
Dude, of course, it comes down to only Rebo. It comes down to only Rebo right at the end, but we've seen this so many times before when it's just Rebo. He doesn't care. He gets it done. TN will fall, and he goes, I don't care. Immediately just pulls him in and just rushes through because he knows he's going to win. And, man, what a game.
Yeah, I love the early GG coming out from Casimir, even though Giraffe was still alive. Either he heard he didn't have enough time to plant the spike, or he knew that those Astra pulls would pull him off, and he wouldn't be able to hit defuse anyways. So it shows how good Astra is at post plant, and I see why Rebo plays her now. Astra is so powerful for two main reasons I can think of. One, super strong at the lurk. Because you're able to place smokes anywhere on the map, no matter where you are, you can be anywhere. You can be in a really awkward lurk, but still be supporting your team with those smokes. The second reason is for those post-plant scenarios. You have spike down, you throw a crap ton of stars on the spike, use your pulls, use your stuns, and it is so hard to defuse.
I completely agree. Yeah, like the characters or the agents that Ball State was playing right there, or most of them were just like pretty good at this post play thing. We were talking about the deadlock earlier, and just it seems like no matter what the agent is, Ball State is able to play it to the best of their ability. Even if it's post plant, it doesn't matter if the Astra we saw was down at points 3-1 and still got 4 kills somehow, which just shows like, yeah, I completely agree. Astra is just crazy in those post-plant scenarios.
Yeah, and now we can take a look at a replay video that we have for you guys. So this will be just highlights from the match. You know, if you stuck around through all 3 maps, you're going to see some magnificent moments that you saw earlier. If you just are joining us, you're going to see some magnificent moments that you might have missed. And Zane and I will talk you through them. This one was great. They heard that Giraffe was there, so they just shot through the door and absolutely spammed him. Oh, this plays, you know, Gio just peeks a little bit too much, you know.
Oh, yeah. Gio loves to peek.
Rebo once again finding the head tap. Smile, though, shooting the Tenjimin, the ISO shield, again finding the head tap right after. Casimir finding the clutch headshot. Yeah, look at this. Just great shots from all sides.
This
here.
grim play.
Oh, yeah. When he was smurfing on them.
Yeah. She gets the shot through the ramp.
Smile, great retake there from him. Yeah, he had to run away because the reload, and is able to get the kill. I remember that was hype.
Oh man, yeah.
Wow, good stuff from Rebo there. Nice. Grim, look at this. So many moments come down to this A side tree here. Oh yeah,
I forgot about that play.
The jumpy. Caught running with your gun out. Yep. Crazy lurk in the smoke from Tenjimin. Nice shots from Grim. Share of head taps coming up from both Rebo and Grim there. And he's able to find the third. There it is. Yes,
forgets to check
your
the corners.
Come on, guys. We're in Collegiate Valorant. What are we doing?
If you take anything away from this stream, it's check your corners.
I second that. Oh, the crazy play from Rebo, but doesn't. And we get to see it twice.
Oh.
Doesn't get to kill them in time to defuse the spike. And that is the highlight reel that we have for you guys. And that is our stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the first Valorant stream of the semester. ECAC Valorant, Ball State Red Roster versus Cumberland. Just a great match. You know, both these teams are so competitive today. They're so close. It came down to third map overtime, 2-1 map score, as you see. Love watching competitive Valorant like that. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, but that will be all for today. We will see you tomorrow for some ESC League of Legends, so do not miss that. That will be tomorrow at 8 p.m. But for now, that will be all. Peace out and goodbye.